football game, and it always is with these two programs.
Well, you're talking about that heat. Last week we kept saying, normally this is a 100-degree football day, Well, this week we get the 100-degree football day. It is a warm one, and, last week we had some cramp issues. I'm telling you, there could be definitely some cramp issues on both sides tonight with this heat.
Yeah, Wednesday was in the mid-80s, then yesterday 90s, and now today here approaching 100 here. But, yeah, we could have that cramping issues, you name it here, especially second half. But, these two teams know each other so well, and it's always a battle. It's going to be a physical game, and I expect nothing different this year.
Wow, that's right, Adam. It's a rival game. Both teams have some serious speed, and it's not a wet field. Remember last week it rained, and so the field was slippery and wet. It caused turnovers and issues with the ball. That's not going to be here tonight. This is the perfect, except for the 100-degree, this is perfect playing conditions. And as it goes along, it'll cool down. The kids are going to have a great time tonight.
Field looks in really good shape here for weathering the different types of heat and coolness here, but we're in for a good game here tonight here at Darner Field, and this should be a fun one here between these two programs. This will be the 23rd meeting all time. Scott City leads the series 17-5, but Holcomb won the game last year by the count of 30-13, and remember last year, Tim, that game was 7-6 Scott City at halftime.
Yes, I do remember that. I was thinking about how it was a very even game in that first half, but second half that's kind of how it is. You either come, you got to be ready to play 4 quarters. You can't play just 2. Coaches preach that all the time. I don't know. It's going to be a great game. I've been thinking about this thing for a week. What am I saying, a week? I've been thinking about this one for a year.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick time out. When we return, we'll hear the comments from head coach Jim Turner. Scott City and Holcomb set to battle here. This is Scott City Beaver football.
Looking for the latest in home decor and more? Well, head to your shopping destination for Southwest Kansas, Giftologist in Scott City. Giftologist has a big lineup of today's trended jewelry, decor, cookware, scented candles, and more. Oh, and did I mention that they also have a great selection of gifts for kids? While you're in, grab a cup of coffee while you browse the store. Giftologist has that big city store with the small town feel. Indulge your spirit and head to your shopping destination for Southwest Kansas, Giftologist in downtown Scott City.
Life is all about your vision. That's what Dr. Joshua Gooden and the staff at Scott City Eye Center believe. They care about your health and are dedicated to exceptional service to give your vision the level of attention it
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you. And may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Circle C Farms is family owned and operated. They offer a complete line of top quality farming services. Circle C Farms is now offering grid sampling and precision fertilizer applications. They have the right equipment for your job, and as always, they bring you tomorrow's technology to today's farming. So stop on by and visit with Steve and Ted about your needs, or just give them a call at 620-872-3299. Circle C Farms is a proud sponsor of the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Auto Group with locations in Scott City, Oakley, and Colby. J&R Auto Group has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles in Scott City and both Oakley locations. Locally owned and operated, J&R Auto Group provide over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out J&R Auto Group LLC.com for all your vehicle needs.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations at our Scott City Optometry office and specialize in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology and are committed to improving the quality of life of persons in the Scott City community through enhanced vision. Give yourself the gift of clear vision. Schedule an appointment with Joshua J. Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community. Dr. Matthew Burns is a general surgeon whose specialty is caring for all patients with elective and emergency surgeries. Why travel for hours when you can be seen right here in Western Kansas? Dr. Burns is specially trained in colonoscopy, gallbladder, and laparoscopic surgeries, hernia repair, wound care, and much more. Scott County Hospital. We put our heart in healthcare.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
Love caring for them. Doctors Callista Miller, Stacy Rogers, Ellie Minix, and staff provide quality and compassionate care for your pet's health. They invite you to bring your animals in for checkups to keep their health in top shape. Miller Veterinary Clinic is also a full-service clinic and offers quality care with their boarding and grooming facility. Animal health supplies and foods are also available. Miller Veterinary Clinic, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they have compassionate care for all of God's creatures.
It's a great time to fall into that painting project, and Scott County Lumber wants you to get started with a money-back offer on Valspar Medallion interior and exterior paints. For a limited time, receive a $12 rebate coupon on every gallon of Valspar Pristine, a $10 rebate on Valspar Medallion, and a $7 rebate on Color, Style, and Climate Zone. You purchase at Scott County Lumber, limit $60. This Labor Day rebate ends September 11th. Check out the display floor and more at Scott County Lumber, helping you get it done with excellence.
I've been a big fan and supporter for a long time. And the most important thing is the commitment that the company has to the area.
We have benefited from the partnership by better communication in our rural areas, and we've been very pleased with our services from Nextech Wireless.
Our favorite aspect of being a Nextech Wireless customer is just the customer service, the friendliness. We know they're right there and they're going to be reliable and help us out.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for very competitive rates. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Norder Supply, plain talk, exceptional results.
And welcome back here to Darner Field here in Scott City as we're counting down to kickoff here. We're moments away, about 13 minutes or so before kickoff here tonight between the Scott City Beavers and Holcomb Longhorns. Last Friday night, Scott City in their 36-27 win over the Ulysses Tigers. It was a good win for Scott City. A lot of new pieces to the puzzle for varsity this year, but what was really exciting about last week, they got off to a good start there. The offense kept good, moving. They wore Ulysses down, especially in that second half last week.
Have been in a little better shape than they were. But, Adam, it was a lot of new young faces out there. We knew that Jace Thomas was going to be, he may be, the kid that we were going to go to quite a bit. I was hoping the passing game would be a little better. We need to improve there. We got to give Metzger confidence by catching everything he throws, or at least, 75% of what he throws. And I would like him to develop those other two running backs a little bit more instead of Jace having the balls. Great, he got 200 yards, but what did he carry, 25, 26 times?
Well, it's a work in progress, but I thought the offensive line did a pretty good job. And defense, I thought really, two of their plays go for 63 and 41, 104 yards. That's half of what Ulysses had on offense last week. Really, other than those two long plays, they did a good job of containing the Tigers on defense.
Well, it was special teams also. The kickoff returns. That just drives coaches crazy.
Yes.
And we didn't get burned once. We got burned twice. And then the Cortez kid, we knew coming back, he was one of their kids that everybody was saying, watch out for Cortez. He was impressive. He had a lot of speed. And we know tonight Holcomb's going to have a lot of speed. They always are speedy kids.
They do. Scott City last week had 344 yards of offense, 291 on the ground, 53 through the air, and +2 in the turnover margin. We mentioned the pregame earlier in the pregame, Holcomb getting by Cimarron 23-16, and the Longhorns had 286 yards of offense, 126 on the ground, 160 through the air. And it's going to be a lot of a balanced attack for Holcomb once again. They love to go 50-50 pass run, but they've got a good group of seniors in the backfield and all over.
It takes more than just the seed to raise a good crop. It takes the effort of a great team.
It takes the same teamwork and dedication to be successful on the football field.
Two receivers said it'll be an option play, be handoff to the fullback, Golden. He finds nothing.
Vogelmore Family Farms is proud to be part of Scott Community, where together we raise our most important crop of all, our kids.
Deeply rooted in the heart of western Kansas, Vogelmore Family Farms is an efficient, team-driven, goal-oriented farming operation dedicated to hard work, moral integrity, community involvement, and environmental sustainability. Our diverse and knowledgeable team utilizes cutting-edge technology to incorporate practices that increase the productivity and profitability of the land. The land we farm is our livelihood and our future.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
In town here this weekend for that great Freedom in the Sky Air Festival at the airport tomorrow afternoon. That starts at 1 o'clock, and they put on a pretty good air show last year, and that should be a fun one again this year. Invite everybody out to that.
And it's a free show.
Yes, it is free.
So, yeah, wow, I didn't realize we're going to have a parachute jump by the KSU parachute team bringing the ball in.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It was a long time ago they did that.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, they're doing it again for the first time in a few years. It worked that we've got a home football game here tonight. But yeah, that a lot of festivities start in the morning with the Young Eagle rides and all, and even I believe some of the other airplane rides as well throughout the day there tomorrow. But tonight, and Scott City offensively pretty good for a first game. Defensively, I think they had to be a lot to be proud of as well.
Well, yes, Adam. You take away the 2 special teams touchdowns, take away that one long run of Cortez, hey, they don't have near that many points.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you said something about Cimarron was kind of the same way last week with Holcomb.
Yeah, last week Cimarron ended up with 256 yards of offense on the Longhorns, 186 on the ground and 70 through the air, and so that could be something to kind of take a look at as well from last week on the game film for Scott City, and I feel like that could favor them a little bit, but it'd be interesting to see what the adjustments are from week 1 to week 2.
Well, every coach tells you the most improvement with any football team is from week 1 to week 2, so I look for great improvement from us. Now, I haven't seen Holcomb play, didn't watch any film, so I really don't know, but you can bet they're going to improve too. So I think we're looking for a great football game tonight.
Scott City and Holcomb set to kick off here in a few minutes. We'll have your starters, keys of the game, and the kickoff after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver football.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Circle C Farms is family owned and operated. They offer a complete line of top quality farming services. Circle C Farms is now offering grid sampling and precision fertilizer applications. They have the right equipment for your job, and as always, they bring you tomorrow's technology to today's farming. So stop on by and visit with Steve and Ted about your needs, or just give them a call at 620-872-3299. Circle C Farms is a proud sponsor of the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Safe, secure, and easy to use. Member FDIC. Well, starting lineups here. We'll start off with the Holcomb Longhorns, are coached by Kent Teeter in his 8th year at Holcomb. Hard to believe that already. 22nd year overall with stops at Goodland and at Hayes. At quarterback, Caden Johnson, who started that playoff game against Scott City, did not start the first meeting 2 years ago, but he's a senior. Threw for 160 yards on 13 of 23 passing last week with the pick 6 in the fourth quarter. Running back is his cousin, Colby Johnson, 170-pound senior. At wide receiver, the run of 3 to 4 wide receiver set. Chris Palacios, he's a 170-pound junior. Levi Knoll did not have a reception last week, but don't be surprised if he gets involved in the game more tonight. He's a 185-pound senior. Cooper Henson, talented wide receiver and outside backer, 170-pound senior. Damon Mesa, sophomore, 190-pound sophomore at the other wideout. The center is Gavin Ramirez. He's a 225-pound senior. J.P. Laris, the 195-pound sophomore, and Cross Palacios, 190-pound sophomore, the guards. Ethan Haremza is a junior left tackle, and Cooper Tishner, a sophomore, right tackle. Yes, his dad is the Major League Baseball umpire, Todd Tishner, the 255-pound sophomore. The Scott City 44 defense, no changes there. Carter Gooden and Josh Jacobson up in that interior defensive line, the 235 and 270-pound seniors there. Connor Armendariz, the 170-pound defensive end. Gus Hawkins, 6'6", 220, manning the other DN spot. Brady Welker and J.P. Harris had some good games in the interior linebacker positions last week, the sophomore and juniors there. Harris led with 12 tackles for the Beavers last week. Jace Thomas, the junior, had the safety or a sack and forced the safety in the end zone. And Lawson Bailey, the other outside backer, 180-pound junior. Carson Froh, the senior corner, along with the sophomore Colin McDaniel at corner, and Dylan Metzger is the free safety. He had 2 interceptions last week against Ulysses. He picked off 2/3 of Ulysses' pass attempts last week.
Awesome.
The second one was, of course, off the deflection. He started the deflection, went to Lawson, and then back to Dylan. Well, they're waiting on the parachuter. I think he's making his way down here, and that's a little bit of the holdup here, but those are your starting lineups. We'll go ahead and do keys of the game here, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go with the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big. Those are policy holders.
On our what we've been talking about is our offensive lines are both pretty much new this year on both sides. So I'm thinking that might be the key to the game is our offensive lines, and I'm talking about Holcomb and Scott City both, how each of those two teams play. And then I also think turnovers. this game could easily – see, I see this game as a close game. And so turnovers and a short field for one team or the other may be the key to the whole dang game.
Once again, those are your keys to the game here tonight, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Well, just by the reaction of the fans here, Tim, you know that the parachuter is getting closer. They can see it. It's in sight. We'll tell you real quickly, games across the GWAC tonight. 2 head-to-head GWAC, make that 3, 2 other ones. This one, and then you have Colby at Cimarron. Of course, that's Scott City's next opponent, the Cimarron Blue Jays. You have Hugoton. They are taking on Ulysses up in Ulysses tonight. And then Goodland is at Norton. That game got scheduled Wednesday morning. Goodland's game got canceled with Burlington because Burlington, Colorado went to remote learning after Labor Day this week, and so their game was canceled. And then Norton's game with Ellis was canceled because Ellis was in quarantine. So those two, who ironically met 2 weeks ago in their jamboree at Colby, get to see each other again.
Yes. That's not a good thing, probably.
No.
But I bet I'm glad they've got a game. They're glad they got a game. But in a real world, you do them jamborees against people you don't play against. Later.
Yeah, that is true. So those are the games tonight in the GWAC. And we'll hear at the top of the hour here on KSKL Scott City. And if this were live stats game notes, that would say delay because the game ball is not showing up yet. We're on KSKL Scott City, but it is arriving in here and it's getting a little closer. From our viewpoint, we cannot see it here, but it's working its way down. A lot of planes and already flying in and out of the airport here.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, they'll be doing some of their practicing tonight, I would think, also. Some plane just took off. He took a real high angle taking off also.
Yes. Well, just kind of taking a look at some stuff from yesterday. Volleyball was in action up at Hill City. They are now ranked number 10 in Class 3. After
Scott City.
Yes.
Wow.
They swept Hill City and Hoxie in 2, and they looked pretty good doing it yesterday. 8-2. They've had some big wins early in the season. They'll be tested at Lakin on Monday in their triangular with Goodland, who's ranked number 9 in 3A, and Lakin, who's pretty good as well. So, you have cross country. They ran at Heston yesterday. It was they ran all 6 classifications together. There was over 600 runners there yesterday.
Where was this at?
Heston.
Okay.
But they split it up between, here's the parachuters making his way to the field here at Darner Field. But cross country, the boys finished 3rd as a team, and the girls finished 7th as a team in the 1 through 3A division. And girls golf was 3rd place yesterday at the Cimarron Invitational. They're off to a good start this year. Well done there, Mr. Parachuter. Brought down the game ball as well and came in and made a good landing at the 45-yard line. Slid in safely.
Did you see that? Last night I watched Tampa Bay and Cowboys. Okay. Did you see Gronkowski catch that drop of a football from 600 feet above the
in the offseason, yes. That was fantastic.
That was impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah, speaking of dropping, here's our second parachuter of the night. He made a complete standing stop at the midfield. I think we've got a third one coming in here. We've got a guy in a beaver costume.
Is he really?
Yes.
I can't see him yet.
Yeah, you will here soon. Here he comes. He almost split the uprights, and he lands at the 35-yard line. Nice job. I believe they're out of Abilene area there, but he's got the game ball. Now we can play football.
Yes, he does have the ball attached to his left side.
It's cooling off a little bit. We did reach, I believe, around 100 right at today. It was supposed to be about 103, but yeah, it was a hot one today. Right now we're at 95 degrees according to my weather bug, so
it feels like 95 degrees.
It's cooled off.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Not very much of a breeze, maybe a light or about 5-mile-an-hour breeze from the southeast, but should cool down once the sun sets here in about an hour from now. But some great entertainment here to begin the ball game, and we'll be a couple weeks late, or a couple minutes late, I should say, kicking off officially. But it's going to be all right.
That's right. I mean, as hot as it is, nobody is losing their pregame warm-up. Let me tell you.
Yes. The hottest guy might be the guy in the beaver costume.
Who is it?
The hottest guy might be the guy in the beaver costume that parachuted down.
Yeah, I would think so.
We'll see 4 of Holcomb's captains and 3 of Scott City's captains make their way to middle of the field as they will set the coin toss. You have Carter Gooden, Connor Armendariz, and Carson Froh, the 3 C's. The captains tonight for Scott City. Just it's great to be back here in the home confines here at Darner Field.
I agree, Adam. The field is absolutely stunning. Doesn't look like there's a dead spot or a worn out spot anywhere on the turf. We've got the painted. It's all gorgeous on the end zones. They've got a blue stripe with white stripes on each side of the blue stripe all the way down the end zone.
Yeah, Shane Froh and his crew did a great job of getting the field prepped for today. And the track is probably looking a little brighter from the last time Scott City had a home game. They resurfaced it here and repainted it here in late July, early August, and it looks pretty spectacular as well. This is the 4th year in these new digs here at Darner Field.
This is our 4th year in this place?
Yeah.
Man, feels like we've been here longer than that.
Doesn't it? 95-degree night. Looks like Scott City won the toss, and they elected to defer to the second half. And they will defend the south end zone. We'll see Holcomb on offense first. And so hope you're here to enjoy the broadcast here. Thanks again for tuning in wherever you may be, maybe out in the field, maybe at the lake for the weekend or at home, or even at the game here. So
they could be on cutting silage somewhere.
Absolutely. But this is a game with a great turnout on both sides. The Little Beavers dance or cheer deal will be at halftime tonight as the grade school kids practice with the high school cheerleaders all week. They'll do their routine tonight at halftime.
Well, I keep wondering if Holcomb saw that we gave up 2 touchdowns on kickoffs. Will we be any monkey play, funny play out of Kent Teeter to start the game on their special teams of kick return? I've been thinking about that all week too,
Absolutely.
Adam.
I think the big key is the outside contain for Scott City, as they'll be in their home dark blue uniforms with the light blue pants, light blue helmets, the SC decal on the left, the numbers on the right. Holcomb wearing the white tops and bottoms, black numbers and orange trim, the black helmet with the H decal on the side of the helmets. It will be Matteo Bianca, the foreign exchange student from Italy, who averaged about 45 yards a kickoff last week. He has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Levi Knoll, the deep back. They also have Damon Mesa, who has good speed, and Kai Kosner also returning as well. Here's the kick, and we're underway. High end over kick. This will be fielded by Knoll at his own 7. Goes right across the 10, and a flag comes out. You can see the holding as he takes it to the 35-yard line, where he's brought down by Lawson Bailey, as well as Tanner Gooden, who made a fumble recovery last week on kickoff. But we're going to see Laundry right away. There was about 2 holds they could have called on that kickoff return, Tim.
Isn't that amazing? Adam, I watch football games on TV, and I'm just amazed at how much there's blocking in the back and holding on kickoff return teams. I just don't understand it.
Well, we get to see the officials in action right off the bat. It's Mark Brack who is the white hat tonight, and Holcomb will be penalized 10 yards. They'll start at their own 25-yard line. Right hash mark, 1st and 10 toward the Scott City sideline. It is Caden Johnson once again, the senior quarterback. Colby Johnson will be in the backfield as they break the huddle. They'll run a 4-receiver set, 2 receivers to the right, stacked on both sides. And a little bit behind to the left is Colby Johnson of the quarterback, Caden Johnson. Gavin Ramirez to snap the ball. It'll be a handoff up the middle. Trap play to Colby Johnson. Kicks across the 30 and is hit right away by Jace Thomas. A nice form tackle, but a gain of about 9.5 on 1st down to the 34.
Great blocking by Holcomb up front that pulled a guard. Scott City was on a stunt, a blitz right from the get-go.
Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm watching that offensive line. I don't care. Both sides. I'm going to see how it goes.
Second and a yard for Holcomb, less than a yard at the 34 underway, 40 seconds into the game. A 3-receiver set, tied into the right is Mesa. Shotgun setup here for Caden Johnson. It'll be a handoff. Colby Johnson goes right side, and he gets tripped up, but it keeps his balance, and he fumbles a bit. Holcomb recovers it right at the 38-yard line. The offensive lineman, J.P. Lares, recovered it at the 38, but it's enough for a Holcomb first down.
Wow, Colby Johnson broke a nice tackle, kept his feet with a hand down to get away then, but boy, as he got up, he got blasted. I don't know who did the hitting, but the ball came free. Holcomb luckily got on it for the Longhorns.
Johnson had 17 carries last week, and now he'll be out of the game. They'll put Kai Cosner in the backfield. A 3-receiver set to the left, 1 to the right. They have 15 to snap it here with 10:45 of the first quarter. Defensive line shuffles a little bit, a little outside blitz, a little screen here, and a nice play by Scott City. Good job by Colin McDaniel, makes the tackle on Levi Knowles. They tried the little bubble screen. Minimal gain, 2nd and 10.
Well, a lot of what Holcomb does is they spread you out. They put 2 wide outs left, 2 wide outs right. That time they did 3 to the left, 1 to the right. And then they put you on an island. McDaniel, boy, he accepted the challenge. That was great.
Did everything right. It's a flex bone set with a shotgun formation, 2-receiver set, 2nd and 10. Johnson slings it right side. Pass can be caught. And then McDaniel again holds up Palacios as the rest of the Beaver convoy comes in for a gain of about 5 to the 43. It's going to set up 3rd and 5.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They put 1 wide out to the wide side of the field. McDaniel's on him man-to-man pretty much. And they throw the ball to the wide out just straight down the line of scrimmage. Now it's a one-on-one situation. McDaniel got a leg and wouldn't let go. And that's what you have to be a good tacklers on the outside. And that's what Holcomb does to all teams. They try and get you in a one-on-one situation and take advantage of you.
Last week, Scott City's defense was 0 of 5 on 3rd down. Holcomb with a 5-receiver set on 3rd and 5 at their own 43. They have under 5 to snap it. Johnson rolls to his left, throws it. Pass going to be caught for a first down across midfield. The catch is made by Colby Johnson. He'll take it to the 44-yard line. He will gain 11 yards or more on that play, 13 on the play.
That shows right there how good a quarterback Caden Johnson is for Holcomb. He's rolling to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. He had a defender right there in his face, and he threw a rocket to the other Johnson, who's probably a cousin to him.
Yes. They mark it at the 44 of Scott City. No score, 8:55 to go first quarter. A 2 wings setup, 2 receivers, 1 split to both sides, pistol setup. And it'll be a carry up the middle on first down and minimal gain there. Scott City stuffs the line of scrimmage for no gain. Led that time by J.P. Harris. As Johnson was on the carry, I believe. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Well, right there, I believe Scott City could just play with Holcomb if we'd defeat them if they stayed in tight and tried to run on us. We could win that game. But this passing game is going to take a little more work for us.
2nd and 10 from the 44, Scott City left hash mark. Johnson back to pass, throws it right, passes in the seam. It's going to be caught on a knee right at the 28-yard line in the middle of the zone coverage that time for Damon Mesa. And it's a pickup on the play of 16 and a Holcomb first down.
And they have thrown the ball, 75% of the time on this drive or more?
No, 8th play of the drive here, so 4 pass plays.
Okay.
4 of 4 for 34 yards on this drive for Johnson. Opening drive, 4 minutes in, no score, but Holcomb, a nice drive now at the Scott City 27-yard line. Handoff up the middle, it's to Johnson, and Scott City stuffs it nicely. Josh Jacobson, and also in there, Brady Welker with a stop. No gain on the play, maybe a loss of a half a yard, 2nd and long.
Yeah, we've got a good defense up front. Our front 6, 7, stopping the run, very good.
Last week, really, Scott City was never pushed in the passing department with only 3 pass attempts, just mainly because of the formation. This is their test here.
Best pass defense is pressure on the quarterback.
Holcomb has 10 to snap with the 4 receiver set, 2-by-2, one in the backfield on second down. Blitzer showing. It'll be a jet sweep left side to Mesa. Gets through one, but Scott City will slow him down, will spin him to the turf for no gain on the play. They were thinking maybe close to horse collar, but not quite. Third down. Great play by the Beaver defense.
Well, the Beaver had a hold of the jersey, kind of, on that right shoulder down a little bit lower, maybe in the armpit area, and just swung him in a 360 and threw him into some more Beavers who finished him off.
This is definitely 4-down territory for Holcomb here with 6:38, nearly halfway through this first quarter, no score. 3rd and 10 at the 27 of Scott City. 4 receivers set, make that 3 receiver set, empty backfield with 2 wings. Man in motion is Levi Knoll. Johnson rolls to his right under pressure, and he is going to be caught, picked off. It's picked off. Cullen McDaniel down the left sideline. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown. A 67-yard pick 6, but we have a flag.
At the very end here, inside the 20, 2 flags. I have no idea what that's about.
Man, a 67-yard pick 6 on the play here for Cullen McDaniel with the penalties, flags pending here.
Block in the back.
So it's going to come back, but still Scott City will get the football.
Oh, my gosh. There wasn't even any need to do any blocking.
That's a tough break there for Scott City, but more importantly, they'll get the ball at the 27-yard line of Holcomb.
Well, I said in pregame warm-up, turnovers might decide the outcome of this game. That's a good start right there. Now, Scott City needs to finish this off and put it in the end zone. I can't believe somebody did a block in the back when McDaniel was 20 yards ahead of everybody.
Yes, it happens. There we go. 2 tight ends set up, wing to the left from the 27 of Holcomb. It's Metzger taking the snap. Thomas goes up the middle, spin move, gets 3 to the 24 on first down. Tackle made by Tristan Nortner, 2nd down and 7. Ooh, what a turn of events. A 10-play drive for Holcomb and a pick and almost a touchdown, but the penalty.
Well,
but, it's still Scott City ball.
We had great pressure on Johnson. He should have never thrown that ball, but he did, and he threw it right to McDaniel.
Carson Furrow split wide to the right. Tight end right is, and we got flag on the play as it was Connor Armendariz, the tight end right side, and this is going to be on Scott City, I believe. Yep. It's a legal procedure. Their second penalty for 15 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 from, make that 12.
Hey, when you have opportunities to score and if you got to get it in there. You got to get them points, especially in a game when you think it's going to be close. We need a big play right here. Get back some of this yardage.
Actually, we'll say 2nd and 11 from the 28 of Holcomb for Scott City. No score. Fast-moving first quarter, 5.5 minutes. Just the second play of the drive for the Beavers. I go to a 2-wing setup. Welker in motion left, and another flag. This is it's encroachment on Holcomb. I was going to say, they are watching the lines pretty hard here tonight.
He must have been lined up in the neutral zone. I don't remember seeing anybody moved. So he had to be in the neutral zone from the word go.
And I say, it's tightly called and watched, but it's been consistent both sides. Both teams have a 5-yard penalty and a block in the back penalty here in this first quarter.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing to improve on, and if we don't improve on it, the officials are going to take advantage of that.
2nd and 6 at the 23 left hash mark. The Beavers going to the north end zone here in a scoreless game, trying to take advantage of a turnover. Metzger will send Welker in motion left. It'll be a toss right side. This is Jace Thomas, cuts it up, 20, 15. Oh, he almost broke it. But Levi Knoll made a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a gain of 11 on the play and a Beaver first down.
We had great blocking at the point of attack. We held the people to the inside, and then we kicked the defensive end and linebacker to the outside. Huge hole for Jace to get through quickly and upfield. Great open field tackle by Knoll.
Scott City red zone this year, 3 of 4 last week at Ulysses. They had 4 touchdowns out of that and a turnover on downs with the interception. But 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line here, 10 on the play clock, 4:35 here in the opening quarter. Left side, Welker's first carry follows his lead blockers. He'll go for about a gain of a yard to the 11-yard line on first down. Nice play by Colby Johnson, the senior linebacker. 2nd down and 9.
Well, I like the idea of slowly doing things on offense, but getting 1st and 10s. That way we can keep the ball away from that high-powered Holcomb offense.
We've seen really plays last week that were, or so far this week, that have been scripted, what both teams have seen on film last week. Two tight end, 2 wings set up, 15 to snap it from the 11. 2nd down and 9 for the Beavers. It'll be a toss left side to Thomas, cuts it up inside the 10, and he'll be inside the 5, dives forward. He'll be about a yard shy of the 1st down at the 3-yard line, setting up a 3rd and a yard.
Oh.
But Scott City putting together a nice little drive here.
Yeah, toss sweep left, toss sweep right. Man, if they can't stop it, keep doing it.
Scott City on 3rd down last week, just 2 of 10, but they have 2 yards to go with 3:25 here in the first in a scoreless game. 2 wing setup. Thomas up the middle, lowers his shoulder. He should be close to the 1st down. He'll be at the 1. That's good enough for a 1st down. He just needed about a yard and a half, and he got 2.
Oh, now we got 4 chances to put it in the end zone.
Ball's inside the 1, 1st and goal. That's already Thomas's 4th carry here for 25 yards, and the 6th play of the drive coming up. Just merely about a 1.5 foot from pay dirt. McDaniel split wide to the left. Ball in the left hash mark. 2 wings set up. Fullback Thomas. And man in motion is Welker from the 1. Thomas up the middle gets hit. And the player loses his helmet. But did he get second effort in? No. They'll mark him just. They call it a touchdown. But I think Cross Palacios has to come out of play. They did not call it a touchdown, I don't believe. We have official timeout here with 2:52 to go first quarter.
Why would you have a timeout?
I don't know if they have to.
Something get on the ball?
Were they playing with the right football? Or is it regulation? I don't know. Looked like there's something that came off the football. They give him another game ball. And now maybe blood on there?
Well, that's what I was thinking. It could be blood on the football.
Yeah, oh.
Well, they're not going to let him be in the end zone.
Now they're going to mark it. You can see about 2 or 3 grass blades between the light blue goal line and the nose of the football.
Exactly.
7th play of the drive. This is about a 3.5-minute drive for the Beavers. It's 2nd and goal from just inside the 1.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Use up the clock. Use time. We don't want Holcomb to have the football, ever.
And now we're going to get a timeout. We're going to take it as well here with 2:45 here in a fast-moving first quarter. No score. 2nd and goal for the Beavers when we come back here on Mix 94.5.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Auto Group with locations in Scott City, Oakley, and Colby. J&R Auto Group has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles in Scott City and both Oakley locations. Locally owned and operated, J&R Auto Group provide over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out J&R Auto Group LLC.com for all your vehicle needs.
Merely inches away from the goal line here with 2:45 here in the first quarter. A scoreless game. Scott City saw Holcomb drive 10 plays on their opening series before a interception by Colin McDaniel. He took it in the end zone, but there was a block in the back at about the 17-yard line. They're going to have Jace Thomas check out of the ball game, it looks like here.
Well, he was the one probably with blood. He's got that right elbow, or underneath the elbow on the forearm. It's wrapped. They probably made him go out for one play.
So 3rd and goal from just outside the 1. Metzger goes under center. Brent McLean. Holcomb shows blitz up the middle. Welker, he is in. I think there's no doubt about it. Touchdown. Brady Welker, his first career touchdown on his second carry of the night. And it's Scott City 6, Holcomb nothing with 2:41 to go first quarter.
Well, that took, what'd you say, about 4 minutes to do that?
Yeah, almost. 3:31.
Our ex-Beaver broadcaster, Freddie, is out there to do the extra point kick.
He was 2 of 3 on extra points last week out of the hold. Metzger, not a bad hold, but the kick is kicked wide to the left. They did not get the hold down, so it's still 6-0 Scott City, though, with 2:41 to go opening period. We'll come back with a Beaver kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football. Vogelmore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, Taco Grande, Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, Security State Bank, Scott Pro, and Scott County Records. So a 6-play drive for the Beavers. Make that a 7-play, 27-yard drive, 3:31 off the clock. The 1-yard punch in by Brady Welker on his first varsity touchdown. Extra point missed wide left, and it's 6-0 Scott City as they take advantage of a Holcomb turnover. Second time we'll see the Longhorns as Bianca kicks it off from the 40, high end over kick. He'll take it, kick it to the 11-yard line, taken in by Knoll. To go right side 15, get us to the 20. They cross the 25, and he's tripped up by Carson Froh finally at about the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. He hit through a couple, 3 Beavers before he finally came down.
Sure did, Adam, which means he's a good, hard runner and probably very strong. But we got him down.
He's 5'10", 185. Yeah, he's been one of those that you just kind of remember and thinking he's finally a senior, right? He's been out there from day one his sophomore year.
Yeah.
It's a 3-receiver set for the Longhorns, a wing to the left or a blocking back to the left from the 29, 1st and 10 up the middle. This is Cosner. He'll bounce it right side and reaching out there like a cat reaching for something to play with. Josh Jacobson trips up Cosner and drops him for a yard loss.
I was going to say, I thought Jacobson, he did get a hand, because it looked like the running back just fell down, but no, Jacobson stuck a paw out there because he's laying on the turf and caught his toe, and he tripped.
So it's 2nd and 11 for the Beavers for the Longhorns rather at their own 28-yard line. 6-0 Beaver lead. 2 minutes here in this first. Holcomb will run a 3-receiver set to the right. Really is stacked up to the short side. They have 7 to snap at once, but wide left, that's Henson. They'll send Nolan motion from right to left. Shotgun for Caden Johnson looking right on second down. Pass swatted down by the big 6'6" Gus Hawkins. He's going after the football like it's a backward lateral, but good hustle play by Hawkins, 3rd down and long.
Well, there you go, Adam. I was exactly thinking before, I'm watching that tackle that's in front of Hawkins, and I'm thinking, this is a pass. And I'm thinking, Hawkins, what is he, 6'5", 6'6"? Get your hands in the air as soon as you can. And he just knocked it out of the air.
They say it's actually 3rd and 12 of the 27. Holcomb 1 and 2 on 3rd downs. A 4-receiver set here. 15 to snap it. Rolling to his left is Johnson. He avoids a rush. Now he's looking left. Passes it. Almost picked off by Lawson Bailey at the 40-yard line. But Scott City defended that play well in the secondary, and a 3-and-out for the Longhorns.
Lawson Bailey, wish he had that one back. Caden Johnson had nothing on that throw. That was a piece of candy that he threw right to Lawson. The Longhorn was behind Bailey about 3 yards, so it was right to Bailey.
We'll see Chris Palacios. He had one punt last week against Cimarron, a 39-yarder. He stands at his own 15, standing at their own 35. Carson Froh and Colin McDaniel. The kick is away, a high kick, good kick. It's going to be Froh making the catch at the 37, goes left, 40, and he'll be wrapped up at about the 44-yard line. In on the tackle, Kai Cosner, as well as Riley Haremza on that punt and the return. Good field position for the Beavers, leading 6-0, 1:25 here in the first.
It is good field position for those Beavers. Minute 25 to go here in the first quarter. Really, there's a slight breeze out of the south. What are we doing, taking water break?
I believe there is a timeout on the field here with 1:25 in the first. 6-0 Beavers. This is Scott City football.
Weathers Land and Livestock in the 2021-2022 season. They're proud to support the Scott City Beavers on KSKL Mix 94.5. Hard work, dedication, and persistence are the keys to success for a great.
.45. He'll gain about 3 yards to the 47 on first down, brought down there by Kai Cosner. A nice gain of 3 and Fro's first carry of the year.
Looking good. He carried the ball a year ago. He also caught passes a year ago.
He caught that one touchdown pass against Smoky Valley that tied the game late. That was and the extra point was the game difference. 6-0 Beaver lead. They have the ball at their own 47, middle of the field. Final minute of the first quarter. McDaniel split wide to the right as they have Thomas at fullback. Welker and Fro are the wings. Tight end left side. Back to passes Metzger for the first time under pressure. And he fumbles the ball but falls back on it back at his own 38-yard line. In on the sack was Tristan Ortner. 165-pound junior had a sack last week against Cimarron. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Well, the best pass defense in high school football is always pressure on the quarterback. That's what Holcomb did to us right there. Scott City's been trying to do that to Johnson. We've had some success with that. That's how we got the interception. But that will continue throughout the game. Both teams are going to stunt, blitz, come at the quarterback. They're not just going to have those 4 guys, linemen, coming at either way, either side.
And that'll be the end of your first quarter. It's Scott City 6. Holcomb nothing. The Beavers are 3rd and 11 when we come back in a minute here on Mix 94.5.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Quarter in Cimarron, the Blue Jays leading Colby 6-0.
Wow.
I knew that'd be a good game. And Ulysses leading Hugon after the first quarter 7-6. That's some of your GWAC scores. And Larned and Hoisington tied at 7 after 1. 6-0 Beaver lead on the 1-yard touchdown run by Brady Welker after the interception. That was a 2:41 to go first quarter. Scott City, their longest to go for the first down here at 11 yards on 3rd and 11. They're 1-1 on 3rd downs here. Lone setback is Jace Thomas, 3 receiver set as Metzger rolls to his right on 3rd down. Now pressure fires late down the field. Pass is going to be almost a diving catch inside the 30 into double coverage intended for Carson Fro. You had covering by Chris Harris as well as Cooper Henson. So Scott City forced to punt for the first time tonight.
As Metzger released the football, I mean, his just got out of his hands. He was hit by a couple of Longhorns. he got up and he's squeezing his right hand like maybe one of his, as he threw it, hit somebody's helmet. You know how that'll happen. It stings a bunch.
Carter Gooden to snap it to Brady Welker, averaged 33 yards on 3 punts. A good snappy rugby style to the right. Now will kick it away. And nice kick, and it's going to roll inside the 25, inside the 20, and will go dead to about the 16-yard line. 41-yard punt, career long there, or season high there for Welker, with 11:44 to go first half.
Australian rules football kicking style, and I thought he was going to run for it. Didn't you?
Yes.
Did you get that feeling?
I think definitely a lot of reading on that as well. The field position has definitely favored Scott City here in this first half on their 2 possessions, and now this is the worst field position for Holcomb at their own 18.
Sure has. Field position plays a huge part of any ball game.
Correction, 17-yard line, but it's their 3rd series of the half. Their last series went 3 and out after a 10-play drive that resulted in an interception. It's a 4-receiver set, twins to both sides, ball toward the middle of the field. Johnson with the man to his right. They'll send Levi Knoll in motion. He'll get the sweep to the right, and Gus Hawkins swallows him up for a 7-yard loss back to the 10-yard line.
I think Gus Hawkins was in the Holcomb Longhorn huddle before the play. I mean, he was like, boom, right at it. That was awesome.
Great play by the sophomore Hawkins. 2nd and long here for Holcomb.
I just love the sound of that.
Yes.
You want to say that again?
2nd and long.
For Holcomb.
It's a 4-receiver set. Trips to the left side of the field, right side, one to the right side. Back to pass Johnson, a little bubble screen. This is Cooper Henson, and Scott City drops him for a 2-yard gain. Colin McDaniel has been all over the field on those open field tackles, isolation, and it's 3rd down and 15.
Well, that was one of the questions coming in, you know. You knew Holcomb was going to put us in those situations, 1-on-1, 2-on-1, and we have handled that pressure.
The Longhorns are 1 of 3 on 3rd down, facing a 3rd and 15 at their own 12. 90 seconds into the second quarter. It's a 6-0 Scott City lead. Holcomb will send 2 receivers, 1 to both sides, 1 wing on each side. In the backfield is Colby Johnson, left of Caden Johnson. Caden Johnson has about 2 to snap it, and a flag comes out, and it looks like we might have movement on the left side of the line. We do, on Holcomb.
Well, we had the blitz coming on that one, Adam.
You see Coach Jim Turner talking to one of his linebackers that was going to be on that blitz, and J.P. Harris.
That'd be awesome if we could disrupt that play right there, because he's almost taking the snap. You know, what is it going to be, 3 yards from the end zone?
Yes. It's a 3-yard penalty or 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 19, they say, from the 8-yard line. 6-0 Beaver lead, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Same formation for the Longhorns. Johnson and Johnson in the backfield. They have 1 to snap it, and do they get it off in time? No, they do not. No timeout called. It's a delay of game.
Oh, my goodness.
So Holcomb going the wrong way. 4th penalty already for Holcomb in this first half.
Well, they kind of nonchalantly went up there and got the play. Hey, you only have, normally you have 40 seconds between plays, but after a penalty you only have 25, and I think they kind of forgot that.
It's just a 4-yard penalty, so it's 3rd and 23 from the 4-yard line. Scott City fakes the blitz. Now they send 1. It's going to be a fly pattern, and it is going to be deflected. Nice play. Mr. 21, Colin McDaniel again on the fly pattern to Chris Palacios. Wow.
Adam, that ball looked like it was going to be a home run touchdown from the end zone. Palacios had a step or two, but as the ball come down, it was just a little underthrown, but McDaniel put the left hand up and swatted it away.
That was about as fundamental as you can get.
Absolutely. That's the one you show the little kids on film. This is how to do it.
Chris Palacios is about 8 yards deep into his own end zone to receive the snap. It's a high snap, but he has plenty of time to kick it away. A low kick, line drive caught by Fro, 45-40, 35-30, and he breaks through a tackle, 25, and he gets tackled down to the 21-yard line of Holcomb. About a 20-yard or about a 15-yard return after about a 33-yard punt.
That was a great play. And Farrow didn't do anything, Adam, except juke and jive to the left and right and went straight up the field. juking and jiving, but he didn't go to the sideline. He just went straight upfield. What do we got, another break?
Well, keep it right here during this timeout. Beaver football here tonight, presented by Scott County Hospital, Scott County Fitness Center, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy, and Giftologist. Also, like to thank Road and Bean Green Agency. Mentioned Scott City Ice Center, Richards Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, and Precision Ag and Seed. But Scott City really winning this so far on the defensive end, and 2 of their 3 possessions, Tim, are going to start inside the Holcomb 30-yard line.
Yeah, but we only have 1 touchdown. So we need to strike right now on this drive, Adam. Keep making, is this kind of like a replay of last year where we lead at halftime and second half Holcomb owns it?
Hope not.
I hope not either.
As the players are staying hydrated on the field, we're staying hydrated up in the booth with Z Water. Custom label water. Get the 5-gallon, 1-gallon commercial home, you name it. Z Bottling. Check them out today and get the purest water in town.
Half liter right here.
And half liter, yes. 1st and 10 for Scott City. They're at the Holcomb 21-yard line right hash mark as they will open up in a 2-wing, 2 tight end setup with a 6-0 lead. Metzger, the junior quarterback, under center. Holcomb shows blitz with their 2 interior linebackers. Thomas sidesteps 1, then cuts it up, and he gets about 3 yards, they'll say, to the 18 on 1st down as the lights just come on at Darner Field. 2nd down and 7.
Wow, that could have been a loss of a couple of yards, but Thomas did a nice jump to the left. Got a block from who? Bailey right there in front of him, maybe.
He sidestepped the blitzing backer right away. 6 carry for Thomas for 27 yards. Nine minutes here in this first half. Has got about 10 to snap it here. Scott City breaks the huddle. They go under center, same formation from the Longhorn 18-yard line. 2nd and 7, Welker in motion, 2 to snap it. Toss left side to Thomas, turns it upfield and gets hit for maybe a 2-yard gain. Holcomb had that snuffed out well. Kai Cosner turned him up, and Colby Johnson finishes him for a gain of 1 to the 17, bringing up a 3rd and 6.
Well, Kai Cosner of Holcomb did his job. His job was strictly, like you said, turn the ball player, the ball carrier back inside where Johnson then made the tackle. That was a perfect drawn-up defensive plan play.
And Scott City 1 of 2 on 3rd downs here, facing a 3rd and 6 at the Holcomb 17 up 6. It's a pistol setup with a 2-wing setup, 8 to snap it. 2 tight end setup. Welker in motion from right to left. Metzger runs a speed option right, pitches to Thomas. Holcomb right there, spin move, and Thomas will eke out maybe 2 yards to the 15, setting up a 4th and 4 in decision time here for Coach Jim Turner.
Well, let's see. A field goal, I'm sure people at home are thinking about it, would be 32-yarder. I don't think we'll do that.
I think in the red zone here, I think, no doubt they are going to go for it here. Scott City last week was 3 of 5 on 4th downs here. A 4th and 4, they'll spread it out with 4 receivers. Thomas in the backfield with Metzger at the Holcomb 15-yard line, middle of the field. Have 8 to snap it. Back to passes. Metzger now looks, pump fakes, and now he breaks through tackle, has some room, goes left side into the 1st down 10. Metzger inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. A similar scramble play like last week on 4th down in the red zone, and this time Metzger gets another 1st down.
Wow. I generally think Holcomb is a good tackling team. I'm wondering about they had him dead to rights. Yeah. There are 4 of them on him.
Credit the jukiness there of Metzger.
Yes, he just kept moving.
So it's goal to go from the 7-yard line as Aaron Morales makes his season debut as a wing to the left for the Beavers. Metzger will sweep play. Welker left side, follows his blockers, cuts it up inside the 5, drags a pile toward the goal line. He'll be marked just shy at the 1. It'll bring up 2nd and goal, but a nice 6-yard run.
Wow. Sweep to the left. Welker doing the carry, and nice blocking out in front of him.
Well, these new wingbacks that Scott City have this year, first-year varsity, I should say, they're not new to the program, but they've done a good job of blocking on the perimeter through the first game and a half of the year. Near the midway point of the 2nd quarter, the Beavers just inside the 1, 2nd and goal. Metzger goes under center, sends Welker in motion, carry. Thomas up the middle, goes left.
Ooh.
I don't think he got in. He did not. He gets shoved up just short of the goal line. Leading the charge that time was, I believe, Gavin Ramirez. It'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, there were a couple of them. Boy, somebody really hit him just as soon as he got the ball. Probably did a good job just holding on to it.
This is the 7th play of the drive for Scott City. They've burned nearly 4 minutes of game time. 3rd and goal from the 1. Carson Frost, but wide to the right. There's 10 to snap it here. Metzger, this time it's Thomas right side, and he is going to be stopped. Oh, they will stop him short. Actually, Lawson Bailey's first carry of the 9. He is stopped short. So here we go, 4th down and goal from 1. He may have lost about a half a yard.
Wow.
It looked like he got tripped up in the backfield there.
Oh, I'd like to see a replay of that.
So this is the 8th play of the drive. Scott City converted a 4th down to get it 1st and goal. Can the Beavers punch it in here to make this a 2-score game? They've been on the field for over 4 minutes here on this drive. 4th and goal from the 1. They have 8 to snap it here. Metzger goes under center, sends Welker in motion. It'll be a carry. Thomas toss right side, trying to get to the edge, and he is going to get there. Touchdown, Scott City. Thomas from a yard out for his 4th rushing touchdown, and it's a 12-0 Beaver lead with 4:57 to go first half.
We're going to go for 2. Well, it was the wide side of the field. Toss, quick, pitch, and they, just with Jace's speed, they said, see if you can get in the end zone. That's what he did. He just outran everybody to the corner.
Yep. A 4-minute, 27-yard drive in 8 plays, 21 yards, and the Beavers trying to make this a 14-0 game from the 3-yard line. It'll be a play fake by Metzger, rolls to his right, finds Welker wide open. It's 14-0. Scott City, 2 of 2 on 2-point conversions this year. The Beavers to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
Circle C Farms is family owned and operated. They offer a complete line of top quality farming services. Circle C Farms is now offering grid sampling and precision fertilizer applications. They have the right equipment for your job, and as always, they bring you tomorrow's technology to today's farming. So stop on by and visit with Steve and Ted about your needs, or just give them a call at 620-872-3299. Circle C Farms is a proud sponsor of the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
City scoring drives at the Holcomb 27 on a 7-play drive, at the Holcomb 21 on an 8-play drive with 2 4th-down conversions. Their 3 and out was at their own 44. Holcomb starting drives, own 25. They got it to the Scott City 27 before the interception. They started at their own 29 and their own 17. Here's Mateo Bianca for the for the kickoff, a high shorter kick. This is going to be taken by Knoll at his own 20, goes left 25, gets it to the 30 where he's tripped up right there at the 30-yard line by the freshman Ryan Lotta, who made a tackle last week at Ulysses on the kickoff coverage, and he gets another one there.
You love to see them young kids get in there and get to play some, Adam.
Yeah, the kickoff contain has been much better tonight here so far for the Beavers.
Sure has been. There's been no monkey business out of Holcomb on the kickoff unit, kick return unit.
For the Beavers, Holcomb to start at their own 30-yard line. Scott City with a 14-0 lead with 4:54 to go first half. Scott City has 2 timeouts remaining. Holcomb has 3. Shotgun setup with a 4 receiver set, twins to both sides. There'll be a draw play right side for Johnson. Scott City snips it out. Johnson somehow sneaks out maybe a half a yard as J.P. Harris and Josh Jacobson trip him up at the 31-yard line.
Well, he spent too much, the ball carrier from Holcomb spent too much time running sideways instead of straight forward, which allowed the defense then to catch up to him.
2nd and 9 here for Holcomb. Down 14-0, under 4.5 to go first half. 4 receivers set, twins to both sides. Both Johnsons in the backfield. Caden Johnson to take the snap, looking right on second down. Pass going to be caught and then dropped by McDaniel immediately at the 36-yard line. The reception was made by Race Artery, the senior, and his fourth reception of the year makes it a 3rd and 4.
Still a nice toss, nice catch. I thought it was even better tackle. McDaniel right there on the spot.
All right, Colin McDaniel's had himself a first half.
He has, Adam. It's been awesome watching him play.
Holcomb 1 of 4 on 3rd downs. The 4 receiver set, same formation, right side of the field. 3rd down and 4 from the 36. Johnson looks left, little rub pattern, but the pass is incomplete. Led Levi a little too far out there, and it's going to bring up another 3 and out for Holcomb.
Well, the nice thing, too, Scott City had 2 players there. We had Bailey and Farrow right there ready to make the tackle if Noah would have caught the ball even.
So 3rd straight 3 and out for Holcomb here. And it'll be Colin McDaniel and Carson Farrow set to return this kick from Chris Palacios, his 3rd punt of the half. High snap, but this is playable, and the kick is away, a high kick, and it's going to be caught by Farrow at his own 33-yard line. Sidesteps 2, 35, cuts it up 40. 45, a flag comes out as he'll take it to the 47-yard line. He had a 14-yard return after about a 34-yard punt, but this is going to be coming back.
Yeah, block on the back or hold. Either way, it's going to be on Scott City.
So Scott City will have their worst field position of the night after their 3rd penalty of the night for 25 yards. I think Scott City, they have to feel really good about where they're at right now, but realize still there's such a long ways left in this ball game.
Exactly, Adam. That's my thought. Exactly. There's a long time to play. You know, a year ago, I thought Kent Teeter played. He didn't show his playbook in the first half.
Well, this is a big series because Scott City will get the football to begin the second half, and they want to keep ball control here. Metzger on first down, handoff right side to Jace Thomas, and he gets tackled for about a yard gain. Staying home on that outside backer spot was Kai Cosner. 10th carry for Thomas for 31 yards in the half, 2nd and 9.
Well, it'd be nice with 3:17 and counting if Scott City, like you said, could just run this clock out here in the first half. Would it even be better as we get down here and score some points?
Scott City has run 18 plays. 17 of them have been runs in this first half. 18 to snap as we approach 3 to go before halftime. 2 wings set up, Welker in motion. Play fake by Metzger. Now under duress, throws it down the seam for Welker. Oh, it's caught it! He caught it inside the 40 and down to the 35-yard line. Wow!
That was a wow. That was a hard pass to catch, Adam. Welker has to look kind of over the top of his helmet. I mean, he did a great job of catching that football. Metzger was blasted just as he released that football, too, to stand right there and throw the strike.
A 30-yard completion puts it into Longhorn territory with 2.5 to go first half. Scott City with a 14-0 lead. Receiver right is Carson Farrow is lost, and Bailey goes in motion. Play fake for Metzger. Now under pressure, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. He gets slammed to the turf right as the whistle blew, back outside the 40-yard line. And on the sack that time was Damon Mesa on the blitz. It's a loss of 8.
Well, that time they got to Metzger. And he came from the outside.
2nd and long at the 43 of Holcomb, up 14-0, minute 55 to go second quarter. We'll see when Holcomb starts calling timeouts here. Now Scott City will send a 4-receiver set, twins to both sides, a pistol set up. Thomas in the backfield for Metzger. He'll get the draw play left side, has some room, gets outside the numbers. 35, inside the 30, lowers his shoulder, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short after a nice run off the left side to the 28-yard line for a gain of 15.
More importantly, it stopped the clock also. Nice run, making it a little short. Short 3rd and down.
Now 3rd down coming up here in about 3. Scott City 2 of 4 on 3rd downs here. This is their 6th play of the drive with a 14-0 lead. .96 seconds. Scott City has 2 timeouts remaining. Holcomb has 3. Beavers are going to look to get this first down here right before halftime. It'll be a carry up the middle. Thomas lowers his shoulder. He's got the first down. That surge of the Beaver blue wall takes him to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That'll stop the clock. The 1st and 10 will stop the clock until they get the ball set. Then they'll start the clock again.
Correction, Scott City 3 of 6 now on third downs. Minute 20 before halftime. You don't want to go too fast, but you don't want to take too much time right now if you're Scott City.
That's right.
From the 24-yard line of Holcomb, left hash mark. Metzger goes under center with 10 to snap it, and a wing T set up with a wing to the right. It'll be a toss right side to Carson Froh, trying to get the outside, but Holcomb stuffs him for no gain. And it's Kai Cosner makes a stop, and Coach Jim Turner burns his second timeout of the half with exactly 1 minute before halftime. Scott City leading 14-0. We'll take the timeout as well. This is Beaver football.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
From Bering, Metzger Appraisals, and Metzger Family Farms, McCarty Farms, Low Tree Farms, and Livestock. 14-0 Beaver lead with exactly 60 seconds remaining before recess. And the Beavers with one timeout left. Good first half here for Scott. So just saw one of his planes up top here, practicing for tomorrow. Blew a little dust behind him as he took off. 2nd and 10 for Scott City at the Holcomb 24. The two wing, two receiver set, one split to both sides. Metzger back to pass. Now under pressure, steps up, and he gets drilled back at the 34-yard line off the right edge that time. It was Ethan Haremza, the 220-pound junior. A huge loss, and Holcomb will burn their first time out here with 45 seconds to go first half.
So Holcomb called the timeout?
Yes. They wanted one more crack before intermission.
Well, he took his time calling a timeout.
I think they're going to add some time.
Well, I was going to say.
We'll see.
No, he called Scott City, took the timeout.
Yep, they're going to say 49 seconds on the clock.
Yes.
Yeah, 49 seconds on the game clock. So it's a loss of 9 to the 33, 9.5 for Metzger. Going wrong way. They say Scott City burned the final timeout there. So Scott City out of timeouts. I thought it was Holcomb that called the timeout, but nope, it was Scott City. So my apologies there. But, you know, Holcomb is starting to get to the quarterback here toward the end of this first half. And here we go with the 9th play of the drive here for Scott City. They've converted 2 third downs, but this one a little longer. Just under 20 yards to go for the first down. An empty backfield, trips to the right, twins to the left. Back to pass is Metzger. Now under pressure hit as he throws it. Pass is going to be, it's picked off the deflection of Froh. 2 number 40s collide, and Colby Johnson with a pick. Scott City could probably argue pass interference, but I don't know if it was kind of a bang-bang play.
It was. I felt like they both arrived at the same time. I thought the Scott City kid had a way better opportunity to catch the football, but then it got knocked up into the air when Holcomb then intercepted it. So we'll see what, with 43 seconds to go here in the first half, what Coach Teeter, this is his 22nd year of coaching, and he coached at Goodland before he went to Holcomb, and he was at Hayes before he head coach in both places, Hayes, Goodland, and Holcomb.
One of two coaches that I know of personally that have coached against Scott City at 3 different places. From the 26-yard line, 1st and 10, it's an empty backfield for Holcomb, down 14. Caden Johnson, a little middle pattern. It's picked off by Wilker. 35 goes left, gets a block. Oh, they're going to call a block in the back on Hawkins. Cross the 20 down to the 15-yard line. And another flag comes out. And another one. Only 4 flags on the field this time. Late first half, but Scott City's going to get this football back. That's 2 interceptions thrown by Caden Johnson in the first half on 6 of 12 passing. Scott City back to +1 in the turnover department. Initially, Tim, on that block by Hawkins, I thought he had his head in front of the block.
I did too.
But I guess they could probably consider that a blindside block.
Maybe so. I wonder what the second. We got 3 flags up here where the first infraction, but that one down there, 10 yards downfield, I'm not sure what that one will be.
Unless there's maybe a face mask, you have to think maybe one of those is on Holcomb, but you're going to get the blindside block, I think, on Scott City. And a face mask, you can see the official Mark Brack making the signal to Coach Jim Turner. Both of them were after the interception, so Scott City should still have the football, I would think.
I would think so, too.
They're going to mark off the 15-yard penalty on the blindside block on Scott City. It's unfortunate for Hawkins. He's the easiest target when you're 6'6".
Yes.
For a blindside block. They mark it 10 yards there. Okay, they're calling it not a blindside block, but it's a block in the back. They mark it to the 40-yard line, then a 5-yard face mask. So Scott City will get it at the 35-yard line of Holcomb with 33 seconds and no timeouts.
No timeouts, 33 seconds left in the half. This will be a pass, won't it?
We'll see. I think maybe you take a 2-score lead in the locker room. We'll see.
Yeah.
The offensive coach of the booth, Derek Bry, he got down there a little too quick to the sideline. Offensive set. Let's see what Metzger will do on first down. He'll play fake. He'll roll to his right now. He'll just step up, and he'll tuck it up and run. 30, almost broke it. And he was tripped up by Colby Johnson, but not before a gain of about 7 to the 28-yard line, or 8 to the 27 with 20 seconds to go first half. Metzger will spike the ball. That'll stop the clock with 14 seconds. They should add about 1 or 2 seconds on there, and Tim may have to go play instigator. We'll see. 14 seconds. Third down coming up. So an 8-yard run by Metzger. They do not add time.
No, they don't. They should have added at least a second and a half.
But it's third down and 2 at the 27. It's a good poise that time by Metzger to spike the ball. The Beavers 3 of 6 on third downs. Holcomb lines up in their defense, shuffling people around late. Metzger drops back. Now pump fakes, now under pressure, and he's going to get dropped for another sack. He just held that too long, and Cooper Henson in on the sack. Back at the 34-yard line. Time will run out in the first half, and Scott City will take a 14-0 lead into the locker room. Good first half for the Beavers. They will get the football to begin this second half with a 14-0 lead over the Holcomb Longhorns in Week 2 of high school football. Your halftime show to begin in 3 minutes. This is Beaver football.
Circle C Farms is family owned and operated. They offer a complete line of top quality farming services. Circle C Farms is now offering grid sampling and precision fertilizer applications. They have the right equipment for your job, and as always, they bring you tomorrow's technology to today's farming. So stop on by and visit with Steve and Ted about your needs, or just give them a call at 620-872-3299. Circle C Farms is a proud sponsor of the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Auto Group with locations in Scott City, Oakley, and Colby. J&R Auto Group has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles in Scott City and both Oakley locations. Locally owned and operated, J&R Auto Group provide over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out J&R Auto Group LLC.com for all your vehicle needs.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations at our Scott City optometry office and specialize in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology and are committed to improving the quality of life of persons in the Scott City community through enhanced vision. Give yourself the gift of clear vision. Schedule an appointment with Joshua J. Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Staff and did not come away with points, and that's not a good thing. It still makes me nervous about this game.
The defense, I think they really rose to the occasion after that opening series. That was a 10-play drive. Holcomb only ran 9 plays, all 3 3-and-outs, and then actually 10, 3 3-and-outs and an interception right before halftime.
Well, the Scott City defense really did. Adam, high school kids, you know how this works. Once you start building confidence, something's going well, something's doing good, it just builds to the confidence and what you think you can do out there on the football field. For Holcomb, they just never got it going, and so their mental outlook is not good at the moment. And so that's why we have halftime, so people can gather up and come out and do something different maybe. Scott City needs to come back out in that second half and set the stage, man. We want to have long field position for Holcomb. We want to intercept the ball. We want to, man, we've had some penalties, though, that have really hurt Scott City.
Both sides have had the penalty issues here tonight. One maybe taken a touchdown off the board there in the first quarter, but Scott City still ended up scoring. Speaking of scoring, all the points on the board belong to the Beavers here. Their opening drive after the Colin McDaniel interception And after a penalty on Scott City on the block in the back where he took it to the end zone, a 2:41 to go first quarter. It was a 3-play, 31-yard drive and 3 minutes, 7 plays, 27 yards. It was a 1-yard punch-in by Brady Welker. The PAT was missed to the left, making the score 6-0 Scott City after 1. Scott City would take advantage of short field after pinning Holcomb back to their own 4-yard line after penalties and 3 and outs. And Scott City would go 21 yards in 8 plays. They converted 2 fourth downs. The last one was a wide sweep to the right side of the field for Jace Thomas, a yard out. And then Dylan Metzger to Brady Welker for the 2-point conversion to make it 14-0 Scott City at the break. The Beavers had a couple of little chances there at the end of the half, but came up short there, the interception, then ran out of time and sacked right at the end of the half. But a first half of 14-0 for Scott City. But, the offense, both teams have struggled moving the football. I just think they know each other, knows each other so well. But second half, I see a lot of adjustments both sides.
Oh, I think there'll be some adjustments. We'll see what they are after halftime. It's anybody's game at the moment. I love the idea Scott City's 14-0 ahead at halftime. But I thought this game would be a close game at the end, and I still look for that to happen.
I do too here. We'll take another break here. Scott City with the 14-0 lead at the break over Holcomb. Back after this timeout, this is Beaver football.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
It takes more than just the seed to raise a good crop.
It takes the effort of a great team.
It takes the same teamwork and dedication to be successful on the football field.
Two receivers set to be an option play, being handoff to the fullback, Golden. He finds nothing.
Vogelmore Family Farms is proud to be part of Scott community, where together we raise our most important crop of all, our kids.
Deeply rooted in the heart of western Kansas, Vogelmore Family Farms is an efficient, team-driven, goal-oriented farming operation dedicated to hard work, moral integrity, community involvement, and environmental sustainability. Our diverse and knowledgeable team utilizes cutting-edge technology to incorporate practices that increase the productivity and profitability of the land. The land we farm is our livelihood and our future.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Circle C Farms is family owned and operated. They offer a complete line of top quality farming services. Circle C Farms is now offering grid sampling and precision fertilizer applications. They have the right equipment for your job, and as always, they bring you tomorrow's technology to today's farming. So stop on by and visit with Steve and Ted about your needs, or just give them a call at 620-872-3299. Circle C Farms is a proud sponsor of the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Auto Group with locations in Scott City, Oakley, and Colby. J&R Auto Group has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles in Scott City and both Oakley locations. Locally owned and operated, J&R Auto Group provide over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out J&R Auto Group LLC.com for all your vehicle needs.
Scott City.
A couple other mistakes that we didn't take advantage of, Holcomb. So,
yeah, Scott City has really come to play here in this first half here. So we should see how this second half unfolds. We'll take another final break, and we'll come back with your second half. Scott City with the lead here at the break here by the score of 14-0. This is Beaver football.
City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations at our Scott City optometry office and specialize in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology and are committed to improving the quality of life of persons in the Scott City community through enhanced vision. Give yourself the gift of clear vision. Schedule an appointment with Joshua J. Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs.
The challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team in Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. An order supplied. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Back here at Darner Field as we're moments away from starting the second half here. Scott City with a 14-0 lead. Halftime scores. Starting off in the GWAC, it's Cimarron 6, Colby nothing. That was the score after the first quarter as well. Of course, Cimarron coming to Darner Field on Military Appreciation Night next Friday. Also, Hugoton 14, Ulysses 13 at the break. Goodland in their setup game on Wednesday with Norton. They're up at Travis Field with a 7-0 halftime lead. Other 3A scores, Pratt, who just added their game with Mission Valley this week, up 40-8 at the break. 10-7 for Russell over TMP at the break. Southeast is Saline 8, Beloit 6 at halftime. Cheney 44-0 over Belle Plaine. Andale 16-0 over Mulvane. Hoisington over Larned 21-7. Those are some scores of interest here at the break.
Hey, did you see where that Travis, what was that guy, the running back from Pratt?
Teese.
He played against KU.
South Dakota last Friday.
Yeah.
Not his first Friday night game in Kansas.
So did you see that touchdown run?
He had a good one there.
It was.
Yeah, KU also playing tonight. They got the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina on the road. I haven't seen a score on that one. But KU was a 27-point underdog, or 26.5 there. Here it's 14-0 Scott City as we are moments away. We have to get the final countdown before the second half. The final 3 minutes warm-up clock for both teams. They were out of the locker room plenty early.
So we got a minute and a half. What do you think about the Big 12 adding 4 teams?
Oh, I think it's going to be fun. That's going to be entertaining, and not only football but basketball for the future. That's a couple of years down the road, we believe. So we'll see.
I'm thinking it'll be exciting also.
All right, we're moments away from this second half, looks like. As I mentioned, next Friday night is Military Appreciation Night here at Darner Field here in Scott City, taking on Cimarron. A little time delay here, 45 seconds, but what do you think Scott City needs to do here to begin this second half, Tim?
Continue the pressure on the quarterback of Holcomb, Johnson, when he's trying to throw the football. I think our line is doing defense. Our front defensive is doing fantastic, stopping the run. Scott City offensively, I'd like to see us get to the edge, get to the corner a little more.
Well,
Metzger's getting just drilled every time he throws the football.
Speaking of that KU score, it's Coastal Carolina up 28-15 at halftime.
28-15 over KU.
Correct.
Very good. I'm glad you looked that up.
14-0 Beaver lead here. Now we're about set. It's Chris Palacios to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Deep to return will be Cesar Peregrino and also Carson Froh. Chris Palacios, the 170-pound junior, 2-year starter for Holcomb. And this second half officially underway. Boots it in, and it's going to be taken by Peregrino on the run at the 14. Goes left, 20, 25, has a hole, 30, 35, 40. Sidesteps 1, 45, and he takes it to the 47-yard line. He had a nice 37-yard kickoff return tackle made by Chris Harris, and it's good field position for Scott City to begin period 3.
Well, there you go. That's how you want to start the second half. Put the ball at midfield and make a short field again. I mean, that has been the name of the game tonight. Short field for Scott City.
This is a big drive to begin this second half. You have Dalton Pazernet, Carter Gooden, Brent McLean, J.P. Harris, Adrian Elder along that line here, trying to pave the way for the Beavers. They'll split Welker to the right. He'll be in a slot back. Wing to the right to fullback. From the 47, Holcomb shows blitz in the middle. Thomas Carey right side, 45 midfield as he stumbles into Holcomb territory. He will gain about 6 on first down to the 47-yard line.
Nothing fancy about that. Our 5 took on Holcomb's front 4 plus their linebacker. We just pushed them back. I mean, it was right where, Adam, I don't know how in the world you and me are sitting at the 50-yard line. Seriously.
Well, don't tell the people in charge. They may get moved.
I know. They usually put radio guys at the end zone or something, you know.
2nd and 4 at the Holcomb 47. McDaniel split wide to the right. A slot receiver right is Welker. Wing to the right as well on second out. Toss right side. This is to Jace Thomas. He'll cut it up, but that allows Holcomb to gain traction, and he will get pushed forward an extra yard. He keeps his feet moving to the 44, bringing up about a 3rd and a yard and a half. 3 Longhorns on the tackle.
Well, there we tried to get to the edge. Holcomb still has a pretty quick team.
They do. They have a lot of speed.
They do. They've always had speed.
First minute of this second half, Scott City 3 of 6 on third downs tonight, facing a 3rd and a yard at the Holcomb 44-yard line. Wing T set up, wing to the right, receiver split left, tight end right side. Fumbled snap, and Holcomb is going to fall on it right at the 45-yard line. Metzger may have pulled out of there a little too quickly, and Holcomb forces Scott City's second turnover of the night.
I felt like the guard, he may have pulled out quickly, but I felt like the guard might have hit him too because he slowed up. He didn't have a good handle of the ball. Anyway, the ball's on the turf. Holcomb gets it. Now they have they got 55 yards to go, so that's better field position maybe than they had in the first half.
That's their best field position by at least 15 yards. At their own 45, a 3 receiver set, half diamond formation to the right. Caden Johnson hands it off up the middle to Cosner, goes right side, gets the outside, but spun down by Hawkins for a loss of a yard back to the 44-yard line. Cosner 2 carries minus 2 yards tonight. He was one that hurt Scott City in that second half last year.
Well, we had his number that time. I'm thinking our line play is winning the battle.
They'll actually give him a loss of 2 to the 43. 2 minutes into the second half, 14-0 Scott City, 2nd and 12. A 4 receiver set for Holcomb. They'll send Levi Knoll in motion from right to left, 2 receivers to both sides. It'll be rolling to his left, Johnson. As he's rolling to his left, fires it down the field. Pass is caught by Knoll. 30, 25, 20 got behind the Scott City defense and into the end zone. Holcomb 2 plays on the board with 9:43 in the third quarter, down 14-6.
Great play by Holcomb. They realize that Scott City's been putting pressure on the quarterback. So what do? They roll the pocket to the left. Quarterback's right-handed, kind of hard to throw, but then they get Knoll out there wide open. I mean, he's 3 or 4 yards ahead of the Beaver. Touchdown.
So Holcomb,
that quick.
Takes advantage of a Scott City turnover. 2 plays in their end of the end zone. Extra point kick for Chris Palacios. He's 1-1 hold. Johnson kick is not good, and it's wide right, no good. So it stays at 14-6 for Scott City. 9:43 here into the third quarter. It's Beavers to kick off in 30 seconds. Holcomb to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Scott
Group, JF Beaver Advertising, J&R Trucking, J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yard, Amy Farms, High Choice Feeders, Harris Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Great Western Tire, Fro Electric, Fro Ag Service, Fro Heating and Cooling, and Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, and First National Bank. Holcomb goes 2 plays and 55 yards. They get the 57-yard pass play as Levi Knoll got behind the Scott City secondary, and he was scored easily. The extra point kicked wide right, and it's still 14-6 Beavers, 9:43 left in the third.
Let's see if Holcomb does a little different with the kick this time. There was such a nice return on the last one. If they'll shoot it to one of the corners or shoot it on the ground.
Kick is angled left here. This is for Peregrino. He'll make the catch at his 15. Goes left, across the 20. Oh, they're going to get I don't know about that block on Lotta, but they're going to take it to the 26, 27-yard line. Boy, that looked like a clean block by Lotta, but the officials didn't think so.
Well,
that was a decleater.
Yeah, I mean, in the old days of football, that was a good, clean hit. It definitely was not a block in the back. There's no way. Now, what they could have maybe called was the no look where they can't see you. You've got to give them, you got to hit them with your hands first before you hit them with your shoulder pad. And I wouldn't object to that. But the block in the back, there's no way that's what that was.
I'd like to see that on film again here. It's 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Scott City going a little heavy to the right side of the tight end right side wing to the right. Receiver split wide to left, up the middle for Jace Thomas. He squirts through there for about 3 to the 18. This is Scott City's worst field position of the night. In on the tackle was Cross Palacios, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, ball security at this end of the field. That's game number 1. Game number 2 is let's get the 1st and 10.
Give him 4 to the 19. That's the 15th carry for Thomas and 63 yards tonight. 2nd and 6, 9 minutes, 3rd quarter, 14-6 Scott City lead. 3 receiver set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Lone setback is Welker. Armandero's tight end right side. Metzger takes a snap, drops back to pass, has time, looks left, now looks right, and he's under duress. Runs in his own teammate, now cuts it upfield across the 20, and he's near the first down to the 23-yard line. He was tripped up by Tristan Ortner, but not before a gain of about 5 on the play, setting up a 3rd and 2.
Now, Adam, on that particular play, they put Elder at the guard and they put Harris at the tackle. Now, I don't know if that's been going on here, but they did it on that play right there. We'll have to watch and see. Now, the way they're lined up in the huddle, Harris is going to be the guard, but I want to see if they do this again.
So it's 3rd and 2 for Scott City. They're 3 of 7 make that 3 of 9 on 3rd downs. Leading this one by the count of 14-6. They just get it right side. This is a Thomas trying to get to the first down. Correction, Bailey, and Lawson Bailey will lower his shoulder and get the first down on 2nd and 3rd effort to the 27-yard line, a gain of 4. His 2nd carry of the night.
Well, that was a good play by Bailey to lower the shoulder and realize that he needed that extra yardage instead of just stepping out of bounds, cutting it upfield, whatever. He just went for the corner to get that 1st and 10 marker.
Good fresh set of downs here as we're 7:45 of the 3rd quarter at the 27, up 14-6 Beavers. 2 wings set up, receiver split left. Welker in motion, 8 to snap it. This is left side for Thomas. Side steps a couple, shoots upfield across the 30, and he'll gain about 7 yards to the 34 on 1st down. Kai Cosner on the stop along with Damon Mesa, 2nd and short.
This could be the defining moment of the football game. This drive right here, Adam, could be the defining moment. If we could move this ball, 85 yards for a touchdown.
Scott City had an 85-yard touchdown drive last week in their win against Ulysses in the 2nd half. 2nd and 3, 34-yard line. 7:08 to go, 3rd quarter. Trap play, this is Thomas. Holcomb slows him down for a yard to the 35. Thomas' 17th carry, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Big down, big play. Lots of time left in this game. And I still say the best defense we have is keep the ball away from Holcomb by running these kinds of plays and running the clock with Scott City's offense.
Big 3rd and about a yard and a half just across the 35, a 6.5 here in the 3rd. Scott City up 14-6. They need to convert their 2nd, 3rd down. Welker goes to motion. Metzger now pitches it late to Thomas. Somehow gets it, and he dives forward right close to the 1st down. Miscommunication in the backfield. Boy, they're not giving him a generous spot. They'll mark him about a half a yard shy of the 1st down. He needed to get all the way to the 37. It'll be 4th and a half a yard.
Hey, you know what? Oh, they're going to measure it, Adam.
I think he's about a half a yard short.
I think he is too. I'm wondering, though, if Coach Turner will go for this.
It was even a miracle. Scott City did not turn the ball over and did not lose yardage on that play. They will stretch it out. And he's got about a full football length. I think Scott City goes for this.
Well, I think so, too. Like I said, this is a defining moment of the ball game. If you can't get a 1st and 10 right here with the length of a football, well, we might as well go home is my thought.
Well, still a lot of time left in this game here. We're at the 6:06 mark. This has been almost a 4-minute drive for Scott City. They break the huddle with about 20 to snap it here with 6 minutes exactly. 3rd quarter up 14-6. Scott City has 2 of 2 on 4th downs tonight. But a gutsy play here. They'll go to shotgun at their own 37-yard line. Kind of a heavy package to left. It'll be a toss right side to Thomas. Oh, he gets stopped for a loss back to the 34.
The shortest distance between 2 points is straight ahead. I'd have rather went for a quarterback sneak. But you know what? I'm not a coach, and we let the coaches coach. We let the officials officiate and the players play, and this radio guy could just shut up.
Now Holcomb has at the Scott City 34 in an 8-point game here with 5:44 to go here in the third quarter. They will split 4 receivers, 2 to both sides. Shotgun setup for Caden Johnson. Scott City with 4 down linemen. It'll be a carry up the middle for Cosner. He shoots up there, but met immediately, but falls forward for about 3 to the 31. He was finished up there by Gus Hawkins, and also in there was Dylan Metzger, 2nd down and 7.
J.P. Harris hit that kid. Wow, did he? But he didn't wrap him up and didn't get him down. That is one tough kid. Who is that's? Oh, Kai Cosner, just a junior.
2nd down and 7 for Holcomb at the Scott City 31, 5:15 here in the third. Pistol set up here, play fake. Johnson rolling to his right, under duress, finds wide open is Mason. Nice open field tackle by Colin McDaniel. It'll be about a yard shy of the first down on a gain of 7, setting up, make that 6, 3rd and a yard.
Holcomb does that sprint out, roll out, make you look like they're going to hand it off inside, but then roll the pocket out there with the quarterback. Have a couple of, he had a receiver on downfield that was open also. He picked the short one.
3rd and a yard for Holcomb. They are just 1 of 5 on 3rd down, but this one just a yard to go. They go to a half diamond formation left and a 3 receiver set, down 8, late 3rd. It's up the middle. Cosner's got the first down inside the 25 and down to the 22-yard line on a gain of 3. So it's been all Cosner on this drive running the ball for Holcomb, and a fresh set of downs for the Horns. He's got at the 21-yard line here, 4:14 in this third. Beavers up 8, 14-6, but Holcomb threatening. Now a 4 receiver set, twins to both sides. Cosner in the backfield. He'll get the carry up the middle. He squirts through there across the 20, and he's drugged down at the 15, and he almost broke that. If it weren't for the grasp of Gus Hawkins, he might be in the end zone.
He is a quick, elusive 165-pounder, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's their second half running back last year as well.
Yes.
So
and what we mean is he didn't hardly do anything at first half, and they saved him for the second half.
He only had 1 carry for -1 in the first half.
Yeah.
2nd and 4 after the 6-yard carry. Cosner remains the tailback, 2-wing setup. It's up the middle, draw 10, 5, touchdown Holcomb. Right up the middle on the draw from 15 yards out, and this is a 2-point game here at 14-12.
Well, that was great blocking up front. I mean, Adam, I don't think anybody touched him till he's about 3-yard line, and he still made it in the end zone. Quick, fast. Like you said, he brings a total different look to the running back position than what Knoll has, and who's the other Johnson.
Holcomb is going to talk things over. They're going to burn a timeout here with 3:23 in the third. Scott City now with a 2-point lead at 14-12. This is Beaver football.
Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community. Dr. Matthew Burns is a general surgeon whose specialty is caring for all patients with elective and emergency surgeries. Why travel for hours when you can be seen right here in Western Kansas? Dr. Burns is specially trained in colonoscopy, gallbladder, and laparoscopic surgeries, hernia repair, wound care, and much more. Scott County Hospital. We put our heart in healthcare.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
Burning a big timeout here to try to tie this game up after the Kai Cosner 16-yard run.
Swinging gate.
They ran that a couple of times against Ulysses. Now, I will preface this here before they blow the whistle for the game to resume here. The center is Cooper Henson. He is eligible to go out to a pattern if he's uncovered by the receiver to the right, which he is uncovered, so he's eligible to take the ball. It'll be taken by Damon Mesa. He'll flip it left side, though, up the middle. Scott City stuffs it. Brady Wilker stuffs Colby Johnson. They sniff out the swinging gate play on the two-point conversion, and it remains a 2-point Scott City lead.
That might be the play of the game. Brady Welker looked like he was across the line of scrimmage before the guy even caught the pass from the center.
We had a quick break here. 14-12, Scott City leads, 3:23 in the third. This is Beaver football.
It takes more than just the seed to raise a good crop.
It takes the effort of a great team.
It takes the same teamwork and dedication to be successful on the football field.
Two receivers set. It'll be an option play. Be handoff to the fullback, Golden. He finds nothing.
Vogelmore Family Farms is proud to be part of Scott community, where together we raise our most important crop of all, our kids.
Thanksgiving Day after he ate all the turkey. Scott City sniffs out the two-point conversion and keeps it a two-point game here, but Holcomb ties it up on a two-play 21-yard drive, or make that a five-play 34-yard drive in 2 minutes and 21 seconds. 16-yard run by Cosner makes it a 14-12 game. End over and kick. This is on the bounce, taken by Peregrino at the 13. Goes up the middle, 20, 25, 30, 34-yard line. Decent field position for the Beavers, with a 2-point lead here as we approach 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
If that ball would have been kicked a little quicker downfield instead of hitting the turf, you know, Adam, that kickoff unit had blocked that. There was a massive hole right in the center for Scott City running back. But they closed it off pretty quickly.
They're daring the sophomore to make him beat them, that's for sure. 3 times there they've thrown it, or they've kicked it to him here in this third quarter. Holcomb with 2 scores in the quarter. Down 2. First down play, Brady Welker. Sweep play on the counter left side, and Holcomb stuffs it for a yard loss back to the 32-yard line. Holcomb with all the momentum on their side right now, and no room to run on the left side for Welker, 2nd and 11.
I was going to say the same thing, Adam. The old Mo is on the white and black and orange side. The blue and dark blue is they need to just pick it up. Keep doing what you do that's good. Keep blocking at the line of scrimmage. Put a hat on a hat. Whatever you want to say.
2nd and 11 for the Beavers. They'll split 2 to the right. Welker and McDaniel, the 2 sophomores. Split wide left is Armandare. Shotgun for Metzger. They to snap it with Thomas the backfield, now 3 to the right. It'll be Metzger. He'll swing it out right to Thomas on 2nd down, trying to get outside the numbers. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds by Mesa. Maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage, and then he did get it back to the 33. Just a 1-yard pass play. Just the second Scott City completion tonight. Bit to bring up 3rd and 10 with 2:25 here in the third.
Well, there was imagination there.
Yeah.
You know, we had something different, some different look.
Lineup Armendariz is a tight right, 1 receiver right, or correction, 2 receivers right, 1 left. 10 to snap it. Metzger will go under center, and now Bailey lines up his wing with 5 to snap it. Now under center, back to pass, dropping back under all kinds of time. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Gets by 1, gets by 2, tucks it up right side across the 40, and he's going to be grabbed by the face mask right at the 40. It's a gain of 7, but that's going to be a first down after the penalty.
No doubt about it. That was Costner. He got his hands right up there on the helmet, on the face mask. And you can't do that.
It is the right call, just the 5-yard face mask variety, but it's going to be enough for a first down. 6 penalty for Holcomb, but it's a big one. It's a first down. Fresh set of downs for the Beavers. At their own 45, up 2 with 2 minutes to go, third quarter at 14-12. All Scott City really needs to do, just weather the storm and play your brand of football.
That's right.
2 wings set up, receiver left. Now Lawson Bailey in motion left to right. Up the middle, Jace Thomas. He gets hit immediately and leans forward for about a yard to the 46, as they have really keyed on him tonight. Leading the charge there is the senior Colby Johnson, 2nd and 9.
I like how Holcomb is sure helping up the Scott City Beavers after they knock them down.
Yeah, a good act of sportsmanship.
It is. In a rival game.
Yes.
Think about that.
Yeah, sportsmanship, pass it on, right? 2nd and 9, 41-yard line, like the commercial says.
Yes, I know.
Shotgun set up, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. To the left is Thomas of Metzger swinging out to him. That's going to be a backward lateral, and Thomas will lose 5 yards to the 41-yard line. Holcomb had a guy on the outside sniff that right away. Tristan Nortner, the DN, a loss of 5. That almost looks like a rush, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 14 with a minute to go, 3rd quarter.
Well, the good thing with those passes that we're doing to the side like that, Metzger's getting confident that he can complete a pass. So this time they need to go downfield with their pass. I think he'll do it.
2-wing setup for the Beavers. They have 3rd and 14 at their own 41. 40 seconds, 10 to snap it back to pass. Under pressure, throws it down the seam for Lawson Bailey, and it's almost intercepted by Levi Knoll, covering over the top of the 35-yard line. So 2 plays after a first down by the Beavers backwards, and the Beavers will be forced to punt for the 2nd time tonight.
Oh, Bailey really got hit, too. He didn't touch the football, but he sure took a hit.
And a hot Holcomb offense comes back to the field here late 3rd quarter. Walker had a pretty good first punt tonight, into a slight wind to the south. Beavers moving left to right for the final 33 seconds of this 3rd quarter. Rugby styles right, and they'll kick this one away. Nice side-winding kick, and they'll get away as it rolls inside the 20, and we'll go. There's a flag on the backside at about dead at the 16-yard line with 25 seconds to go, 3rd quarter.
This will be on Holcomb for something.
I would think so. 25.7 to go, 3rd quarter. Officials talking it over at the 40-yard line on Holcomb's side of the field. Both teams with 2 turnovers. Both teams have taken advantage of a turnover for a touchdown. Difference is the conversions. Scott City's 1 out of 2, Holcomb 0 of 2. Holding on Holcomb. So that'll back them up. It's going to be inside this, or the ball is right now marked at the 16, but that'll be Holcomb's 7th penalty of the night.
I think it'd go to the 8.
We saw Holcomb in the first half go for a fly pattern deep in their own territory there, and it will be marked right at the 8-yard line, as Tim alluded to.
Well, let's get some. I think they'll come with the run. I have a hard time they're going to throw out of their end zone.
Scott City burned about 3 minutes off that clock. They've owned the time of possession this 3rd quarter. It'll be a draw play on first down up the middle to Cosner, but he busts through for about 4 to the 12, what might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. He has 7 carries, 30 yards, and 32 of those in this 3rd quarter alone. And I think that'll be our final play of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Adam, you're right.
Holcomb has scored 2 touchdowns in this 3rd quarter, have made things interesting here at Darner Field. Scott City 14, Holcomb 12. 2nd and 7 when we come back after this timeout. This is Beaver football.
Deeply rooted in the heart of western Kansas, Buglemore Family Farms is an efficient, team-driven, goal-oriented farming operation dedicated to hard work, moral integrity, community involvement, and environmental sustainability. Our diverse and knowledgeable team utilizes cutting-edge technology to incorporate practices that increase the productivity and profitability of the land. The land we farm is our livelihood and our future.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
White's
City, Adam Kadavy alongside me. Tim McGonigal here. 14-12 Scott City lead over the Holcomb Longhorns. Holcomb is 2nd and 6 at their own 12, and play resumes. Cimarron leads Colby 12-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Of course, Cimarron comes to Scott City next Friday. This is started for Scott City of 3 home games in the next 4 games for the Beavers. Their only game on the road in that 4-game stretch, including tonight, is at Goodland in 2 weeks. Shotgun set up with the 2 wings. It'll be swing pass out to left. Pass is caught for a first down for Cooper Henson. He gets uprooted at the 20-yard line. Henson with a gain of about 8 on the catch. That was Carson Froh on the tackle. It's a 1st and 10 for Holcomb. Johnson's throwing for 112 yards here tonight and a fresh set of downs. 2 receptions for Henson, 11 yards. At the 20, 1st and 10, Holcomb has scored 2 touchdowns on both their possessions. Up the middle for Cosner, bounces left and breaks through a couple, and he'll take it for 4 to the 24, and I think we have a face mask involved in there.
Well, that was my thought, Adam. I thought the way the ball carrier got turned around, I thought, oh, that's a face mask. We'll see.
And this might be the personal foul, and it is. You could tell by his head reaction, it's a first down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, his head snapped around really quickly. That's a pretty good indication. I was surprised. The official must have had trouble digging it out of his pocket.
That's kind of what I was thinking, too.
I thought, man, he's kind of throwing that slow. I saw that from here, and that was right in front of him.
Yeah.
You know, oh, well.
So they actually spotted at the 39, but it's an automatic first down. So Holcomb, who started at their own 4 or 8 yard line, now to their own 39, down 2, first minute of the 4th quarter. Up the middle to Cosner, now bounces it right side. Scott City trying to contain him, but he's gaining a lot of yards right on the edge. That's a gain of about 7 on first down as Bailey with the tackle. This almost feels reminiscent of last year's ball game for Scott
Adam.
City.
It's like a repeat.
Holcomb scored 24 points in that second half and really 30 unanswered points in the ball game. And they're moving the ball at will here. 2nd and 3 at their own 46. Middle of the field. 5th play of the drive for Holcomb. 2 receivers set, 2 wings. Johnson in the pistol set up, has Cosner behind him, but he'll be back to pass. Now under pressure, he'll throw it right side, and it is going to be too far in front of the intended receiver, Chris Palacios.
That's because he cramped up. That's why he couldn't make the play.
He was trying to stretch out for that ball, and I think when he stretched out, Tim, he cramped up there.
He sure did.
You have a Chris Palacios and Cross Palacios on Holcomb's team. They must like I don't know if they're both siblings or not, but if they must like the 90s rap group Crisscross. That's a rap group back from the 90s, Crisscross.
Oh, I don't know. I missed out on that. Sorry.
That's all right. Holcomb 2 of 6 on 3rd downs. They have a 3rd and 3 at their own 46, down 2 with 10:34 to go, and we're going to have a timeout. And I think we're going to get Holcomb burning their 2nd timeout of the second half. They're down to 1 here. We'll take it as well. 10:34 to go. 14-12 Beaver lead. This is Scott City football.
Foodliner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Foodliner. Don't forget to visit today.
With the challenging times that we all are facing.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same.
State Bank is here for you. Friends you can count on. Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
On 3rd and 3, play fake for Johnson, rolling left pass is caught by Nolan. He's got the first down, just steps across, out of bounds on the Holcomb sideline, right at midfield in front of Lawson Bailey. So a little out pattern for 4. And Noel with his 3rd reception for 61 yards moves the chains for the Longhorns. They're now 3 of 6 on 3rd down tonight.
Nothing fancy about that. They wanted to get the 1st and 10, and they did.
Johnson 10 of 17 passing for 116 yards, touchdown and 2 picks from midfield up the middle. It's Cosner sidesteps, breaks through a tackle, but Convoy Beavers stuff him, and a fumble. Ball came out late. Scott City says they have the football. And no signal yet, and they do! Scott City comes up with a football right at midfield, the third Longhorn turnover of the night.
Elder came up with the ball at the bottom of that pile. That's exactly what Scott City needed, was a turnover right at midfield.
23 remaining in the game. Scott City right at the 50-yard line on the right hash mark with a 2-point lead. So Cosner, who's had a bulk of the carries in the second half, coughed it up there. Good strip that time by the Beavers in the forced turnover. Receiver left, wing T set up, wing to the left.
Back up a little bit.
Right at midfield. The official didn't signal anything. It'll be a carry for Welker. 45-yard line as a flag comes out. Hopefully it's a face mask, but I'm afraid it's going to be the holding variety.
Yeah, he's saying holding.
I love the effort of Pasternak down the field. That ended up being a 9-yard run for Welker.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, that's a tough call. But they've called it consistently tight both sides here tonight.
They have. You got to quit doing it.
Instead of a 2nd and a yard, it's going to bring up 1st and 16. So it ends up being a 4-yard gain for Welker with the hold. 7 penalties for the Beavers tonight, 70 yards and a 1st and 16 from their own 44, up 2. So we approach 10 minutes to go. And if Scott City could get a 3 or 4 minute drive with a score to make this, trying to make this a 2-score game, that would be big.
That would be awesome.
Scott City tightens it up with 2 tight ends and 2 wings. Lawson Bailey motion to the right. Handoff left side to Thomas, trying to bounce it out, and he cuts it up. 50-yard line, sidesteps across midfield. Holcomb trying to strip that ball out. Ball security for Thomas. He'll gain about 8 on first down, and it'll bring up 2nd down and about 7 to go.
Uh-oh. Looks like Thomas is cramping or something.
Hopefully shaken up, but 2nd down and about 7 on the 9-yard gain on his 22nd carry. 9:20 to go. Beavers up 14-12. Scott City led 14-0 at the break. Holcomb with 2 second-half touchdowns in the third quarter. Beavers just forced a turnover and trying to take advantage of it. They have 3 to snap it, and they may have to burn a timeout here, and they do not get the timeout in time. Time ran out, and it's a delay of game. 8 penalties for 75 yards for the Beavers. They're just taking a little too much time in the huddle, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, Adam. They're trying to burn some clock, I think. But,
now
there's a big clock right there telling you how much time you got left.
2nd and 12, now back in the Scott City territory at their own 48-yard line. Same formation, 2 wing, 2 tight ends with 8:50 to go. Holcomb with 6 on the line, show a blitz. Play fake by Metzger, rolls to his right, finds Connor Armendariz, makes the catch across the 45. It'll be a 3-yard shot and a late flag. And that's going to be maybe a tackle out of bounds after the flag. And a nice 10-yard pattern to Connor Armendariz.
Yeah, continued the tackle out of bounds.
That's a big flag potentially on Holcomb here.
That'll be a personal foul, won't it?
Or a sideline warning on the Longhorns. They were in that restrictive zone. It's just a warning. There's no penalty.
Okay.
So that's what the flag is about. So no first down for Scott City. They'll have 3rd and about 2 at the 42.
Yeah, that ref was backing up, trying to get over there and probably bumped into somebody. That's what it takes. Here comes the warning.
Scott City 3 of 10 on 3rd downs, and I make that 3 of 11. They have 2 yards to go, 8 to snap it at the Holcomb 42-yard line. Metzger, sweep play left side. Welker cuts it upfield, and he gets stopped for no gain officially right at the line of scrimmage. Leading the charge is Colby Johnson. And a 4th down and 2 coming up for Scott City at the Holcomb 42-yard line with 8 minutes to go.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We're going for this one, I think. No, he's going to punt it.
Well, we'll see here. Yep, they are going to punt this. This is a field position game. Holcomb has 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
I think this is a good call here.
Yeah, I think I would too.
3rd punt of the night for the Beavers. Welker will stand at his own 45, but Levi Knoll inside his own 10 set to return this. Scott City burned about 3 minutes off the clock. This is a rugby-style kick, and he'll boom it away, and this will be fair caught inside the 10 at the 5-yard line on a 37-yard punt.
That's a gift.
That is a gift.
I mean, if he'd have let that go, it would have into the end zone. Holcomb would have had the ball to 20.
Timeout on the field here with 7:31 to go. Holcomb with the ball at their own 5, down by 2. It's 14-12. This is Beaver football.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Circle C Farms is family owned and operated. They offer a complete line of top quality farming services. Circle C Farms is now offering grid sampling and precision fertilizer applications. They have the right equipment for your job, and as always, they bring you tomorrow's technology to today's farming. So stop on by and visit with Steve and Ted about your needs, or just give them a call at 620-872-3299. Circle C Farms is a proud sponsor of the Beaver Broadcasting Network.
Get a turnover right
First
now.
and 10 for Holcomb. They'll mark this right at their own 6 when play resumes after the 36-yard punt and the fair catch inside the 10. Walker with quite a few punts that have finished inside the 20-yard line of Holcomb territory. Out of his 3 punts, at least 2 of them tonight. Actually, I believe all 3 end up there. Holcomb will come out with a 3-receiver set to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation here for the senior Caden Johnson. 8 to snap it. Drops back to pass, and we have movement on the right side of the Holcomb formation to begin here. And that'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty and be 1st and 13.
Now what we need is a turnover. Holcomb turn the ball over deep in their own territory to Scott City would be the ideal situation.
1st and 13 now from their 3-yard line for Holcomb. Just a 3-yard penalty.
That's if you're a Beaver.
Yes. Scott City clinging to a 2-point lead here. 7:30 to go in this one. Here on KSKL Scott City. Cimarron has opened their lead up against Colby 20-7 with about 8 to go in the game. And now we have another timeout. Holcomb might have burned their final timeout, and they did. That's huge.
That is huge, Adam.
7:30 to go in the 4th quarter. It's Scott City 14, Holcomb 12. This is Beaver football.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Auto Group with locations in Scott City, Oakley, and Colby. J&R Auto Group has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles in Scott City and both Oakley locations. Locally owned and operated, J&R Auto Group provide over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out J&R Auto Group LLC.com for all your
do whatever it takes.
Back here at Darner Field, 1st and 13 for the Longhorns at their own 3. Play fake as they'll throw it right side. Defender slipped. Oh, my goodness. He caught it at the 15 on his back. Oh, my goodness. Palacios, as he stepped into the turf, planted and fell on his back in not a good throw, and he caught it at the 15, bringing up 2nd and 1.
Well, when he fell, I thought, oh, there's our Beaver interception right there.
I did too.
But he got to his knees and caught the ball.
My goodness.
Unreal.
2nd and a yard. Here with 7 minutes to go. Holcomb out of timeouts, down 2. They have a blocking back for Cosner. He'll get the carry right side and bounce to the outside. That's going to be a flag and a 1st down and face mask. A 5-yard variety. And then add to the 5-yard run to the 20 for Cosner, who's got 10 carries and 49 yards in the second half.
That was an easy call. Everybody in the stands could see that one.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of raked over the face mask.
It's just a 5-yard carry or face mask variety, but it was a 1st down, but it's even more of a 1st down to the 26-yard line. 9 penalties and 80 yards tonight for Scott City. They've had their fair share of penalties here in the second half with 6:40 to go.
9 penalties, 80 yards.
Holcomb does have field goal capabilities with Palacios, Chris Palacios. Ball at the 26, 1st and 10 for Holcomb, down 2. Empty backfield, Johnson rolling his left, under pressure. He'll throw it. Pass is going to be caught for Cooper Henson. First down across the 30, 35, 40. Flag comes out as he takes it to midfield, but we may have a holding or block in the back on Colby Johnson right at the 40-yard line. It was a 19-yard pitch and catch for Cooper Henson, but
I mean, the play was done by him.
Yeah.
He must have grabbed a kid, a Beaver.
Huh. They throw the flag at the 41.
So
it'd be about a 15-yard pass reception with a 10-yard penalty. Personal foul. Oh, they're going to say targeting on Holcomb.
Holy cow.
Oh, my.
They don't throw people out in high school football, though. Well, it was behind the play. It was another one of those, what are you making the play for anyway?
So it's going to bring up a first down and 8 from the 28-yard line. 1st and 9, rather, from the 27. The targeting call puts Holcomb back at their own 27. That's a 23-yard shift in field position. Draw play up the middle. Scott City stuffs it out on 1st and 9, and they drop Cosner for a half-a-yard loss. Leading the charge, Armandaris, Carter Gooden in there as well. And a couple waves of Beavers there. 2nd and 9, no gain for Cosner.
Well, we did. We had Beavers all over the place that time.
This is a critical set of series of downs here.
It is, Adam. 5:30 to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 9?
At their own 30 or 27-yard line. 14-12 Scott City lead. Holcomb out of timeouts. A 5-receiver set, empty backfield. Johnson with 5 to snap it. Blitz coming in. Harris up the middle, and will drop it for a loss, along with Armandaris back to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16.
Oh, man, you could see Harris was coming, and Johnson didn't have a chance on that one. That was beautiful play.
This will be an interesting juncture here, Tim. If Holcomb maybe gets half or 2/3 of the yards back they need 16 for the first down. They get 8 or 9, 10 yards. Would they go for it on 4th down with 4:45 to go?
That's a good point.
Holcomb tonight is 3 of 8 on 3rd downs at their own 20-yard line. 3rd and 17. A 4-receiver set. We got movement all over. I think Scott City this time might have jumped in the neutral zone on the hard count. They're pointing over to Holcomb, but the officials will not buy on the sell, or will they?
I don't know. They're kind of talking about it. Did anybody on Holcomb move before? You have so many Scott City kids jumping off sides.
Here we go with the official call. It's dead ball offside Scott City. So it's a 5-yard penalty, still 3rd and 12. Clock will wind here with 4.5 to go. Holcomb once again out of timeouts, down 2. They're at their own 3rd and 11 at their own 25-yard line. 4 receivers set. Colby Johnson to the left of Caden Johnson has 10 to snap it on a 4-receiver set. Back to pass is Caden Johnson looking right on 3rd down. Pass is going to be underthrown and incomplete. They both slipped. Chris Palacios wants a flag, does not get it, saying he was tripped, and it's going to bring up a big 4th down play for Holcomb coming up.
I thought Palacios slipped and fell himself and tripped the Beaver that landed on top of him.
I would agree with that. Granted, we do have the Beaver blue eyes, but I try to stay neutral in those type of situations. But it was incidental contact, if anything.
He slipped himself, which then brought the contact upon himself.
Back to punt is Chris Palacios, his 4th punt of the night. And here's the kick away, a low kick, and it's going to caught by McDaniel, 50, outside the numbers, 45. Gets hit at about the 41-yard line by Chris Harris. 4:02 to go. Scott City with the ball at the Holcomb 41-yard line. They need to use as much time as they can. They have a 14-12 lead.
Well, coming into the ball game all week long, this is the game I thought we would have right here, 14-12. I didn't know what the score would be. but I thought it would be a couple-point ball game. And this has been decided by a 2-point conversion that Holcomb did not get when they scored the last touchdown, or we'd be tied up.
If Scott City can play their cards right, they would just need maybe one first down to seal this game. 2-point game, 4-down lineman is Welker in motion to the right. It'd be a toss right side. This is Thomas trying to get outside, does. 35, lowers his shoulder, takes it down to the 33-yard line. A nice gain of about 8 on first down. Colby Johnson with the tackle and helps up a blocking Carson Froh. A gain of 8, 2nd and 2 with 3:45 to go. 23 carries, 81 yards for Thomas tonight in the second quarter touchdown.
Well, Metzger needs to use the clock, time clock, that he's standing and looking at as he gets ready to start to play, and they're doing a good job of doing that.
He will 8 to snap at 7. Now he'll go under center with 6. On 2nd and 2 from the 33, Thomas up the middle, has a first down, drags the Longhorn to the 29, 28-yard line for 5 more yards. Tackle made by Cooper Henson.
That 1st and 10 is worth, about a minute and a half?
Minute and a half to 2 minutes here,
yeah.
So Scott City's run over a minute here with 2 plays in here. 3 minutes to go. Holcomb has been out of timeouts for the last 4 minutes of this game.
That's why, like you said, Adam, them timeouts are important. They could have been stopping this clock, but it's just going to continue to roll.
14-12, Scott City up by 2. 2 receivers to the left, wing to the left, 5 to snap it as Metzger goes under center of McLean. We have flags all over with 2 to snap. It's a false start on Scott City. I believe the 25-second play clock can run on this, but it'll bring up 1st and 15. 11 penalties, 90 yards for Scott City, and a big chunk in this second half.
Yeah, he's starting the clock.
Cimarron's lead is down to 6 at 20-14 with 1:56 to go. Colby just scored on a pick 6. Cimarron coming to Scott City next week. 10 to snap it, 2:25 to go. 1st and 15 for the Beavers at the Holcomb 33, up 2. 5 to snap it. Metzger will toss it left side to Thomas. Has some room, trying to get outside the numbers, turns it up. He will gain about a yard to the 32-yard line with 2:10 to go. And Scott City can snap with about a 1:32. A gain of 2, 2nd and 13.
Why don't we go up there and move again and get an extra 25 seconds?
Remember when a couple years ago in the playoffs and Bill Belichick took all those delays of games and
Yes.
backed them up all the way and the clock
Yes.
kept running?
Yes.
I don't know if you can get away with that in high school, but could in the pros. 10 to snap it here, 1:42 to go. 2nd and 13 for the Beavers at the Holcomb 31, up 2. Wayne T set up with Welker to the right. 2 to snap it, toss left side to Thomas again. 30-yard line, 25, inside the 20. No, he's shoved out of bounds, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2 from the 20 with 1:27 to go. They need 2 more yards, 6 feet to finish this game off.
Well, it's too bad we went out of bounds, but you know, I really think the yardage was maybe more important right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if we get the 1st and 10, the game's over, and we have 2 chances to do it.
Scott City just 3 of 12 on 3rd down.
The sprinklers are on the far side.
Well, cool down the far side. It's on Holcomb's side. Well, if they were hot, they could run through there and cool off a little bit here with 1:27 to go.
Well, they just started right before the snap here as the teams were starting to line up.
You know, Scott City can get a fresh 25 and run some more clock off here.
Well, they need to be. The refs will have to decide. Kent Teeter's probably talking to them about what are you going to do with that clock.
Football tonight here brought to you by Fairley Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, DeKalb, Baird, Shells, Flyer, and more. Brookover Cattle Company, Beef Belt, Burning Farms, Beavertown FFL, Bartlett Grain, B&H Paving, American Implement. Oh, we have a watering on the Holcomb sideline with 1:27 to go. Yeah, we like to keep the grass green here even during the game.
Oh, my gosh, Adam.
Well, right. I mean,
let's hope they can get them shut off, you know. Some solenoid has gone off, and
Scott City will host Cimarron next Friday. Holcomb next Friday nights will be at home against their old league foe from the High Plains League, the Southwestern Heights Mustangs. Boy, we've had a good game here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful. There's a great crowd here tonight too, Adam.
I'd say it's near capacity on both sides.
Yeah, it's really a good crowd. The great majority of the people showed up at 5 till 7, and then of course we had the ball dropped in via the Parachute Club out of K-State, which then took a few more minutes after 7, which allowed for people to get in and settled in before the actual game started.
Well, strategy here. 3rd and 2 for Scott City.
There we go.
They get it shut off. To me, Tim, if they don't get the first, Scott City does not get the first down, I think you still go for it on 4th down and burn more time.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it.
Hell, even the chain gang got a part of that, got a little wet there. The game clock is not running, but I think it's kind of a moot point right now. 3rd and 2 from the 20-yard line. Holcomb shows blitz up the middle. Thomas up the middle, dives forward, and he will be awful close to the first down with 1:22 to go, right at the 18. I think he may have it where they spot it here. We'll see. They'll look at it. I think it's a first down, Tim.
I think he's going to measure it.
At this juncture of the game, I think that's probably the best option.
He's just letting the clock run.
1:06 to go. Well, it wasn't a stoppage of play, yeah.
If I was Holcomb, I'd be livid. I mean, to let the clock run like that while you're standing there trying to decide. But for Scott City, we're thinking it's wonderful.
66 seconds on the clock remaining. Scott City 14, Holcomb 12. The Beavers, all their points in the first half. Holcomb's points all coming in the 3rd quarter. They're going to add time. They're going to put 1:20 on the clock, but it's a first down. It doesn't matter. Game over. 27 carries. Thomas just inching over the century mark at 1:01. What a big first down to ice this game for Scott City.
What a great game, Adam.
Heck of a ball game.
Well,
this is a huge win for this young group.
It is. It is fantastic.
And now you get Cimarron, who played Holcomb to within 1 score last week. Scott City will have to have at least a couple of kneel downs to finish this one off. Metzger will take his time. He has about 18 to snap, and he's just looking over the sideline. He's looking at the play clock on the south end zone. 1:05 to go. 8 to snap it, goes under center, takes a knee. 58 seconds, one more snap, and that's all she wrote. This is a Holcomb team Scott City have faced. You talk about a lot of the experience, the skill players involved in everything. The first half was the difference of this ball game.
Yes, it was.
One more snap, and that'll be it. Scott City will host Cimarron next week. Southwestern Heights will come to Holcomb. 27 seconds, 10 on the game clock. Metzger takes a snap, takes a knee, and that is all she wrote. 2-0 Beaver Blue for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. This is a big one for Scott City tonight. The Beavers come in and win it here tonight by the final score of 14-12. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver football.